Gentlemen, to day 89 of Vibe Coding an App until I make $1 million. Today, we are coming off of an incredible week. As you guys know, here's the laboratory we're cooking up today. We got day 89 goals written up on the board here, and I've written up something on the board that I want to share with you guys today. As you guys know, it's Sunday, and what I want to share today is that you should be working every single day. As we've been talking about the past couple days, we cannot lose momentum. We have significant amounts of momentum. The BridgeMind community is growing. And, as you guys know, I was considering going to Florida. I was like, should I get out of my normal environment, go to Florida, work from Florida? And you know what I decided? I was like, you know what? That can wait. We have to lock in and grind. And there's nothing wrong with the current setup and the current situation. So we're going to lock in, guys, and we're going to be working every single day. As you guys know, I'm not taking any days off until Christmas Eve. So with that being said, day 89, welcome everyone back to the stream. Today's going to be a good one. J35 was first. What's up, J35? VSAR, what's up? Irk, what's up? How's it going? Yep, so tomorrow, as you guys know, a big update is that tomorrow we are doing a ViewCreator soft launch. So, we're at the point now where we are ready to start pushing marketing much harder. So we're transitioning out of open beta where we've been able to gain a ton of knowledge. We have over 1,000 users in this open beta, but we're at the point now where we have things configured as we need. We have all the testing, all the actual production alerts. We have everything that we need to ship this into production and really start pushing marketing. So with that being said, tomorrow is going to be the first day that we are officially transitioning from open beta to soft launch. And what is soft launch, right? What are we doing for soft launch? Well, what we're going to be doing for soft launch is we're going to be doing 2-hour streams after our vibe coding streams. And this kind of goes to my point of working insanely hard is that, I'm going to be doing these vibe coding streams like normal. Tomorrow's going to be day 90. But then after that stream ends, those streams may be, 3 to 4 hours, right? Well, after those streams ends, I'm then going to be streaming again, and I'm going to be doing a marketing ViewCreator using ViewCreator stream. And really, I would like to see us actually start to convert some users. When we were doing those streams, I saw a lot more paid users come in. So really, we have a product with ViewCreator that is marketable, that does work, that people are looking to use and have. It is valuable, and all we have to do now is market it, right? So I'm going to drop the stream. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to get a couple things set up on my end. But yeah, welcome back, guys. Day 89. Today's going to be a big one because, as you guys know, we have the project sharing event today. Hung, how's it going? Yep, we're stepping in the arena again today. You know how it is. We're back in the arena. We're back in the arena every single day with no days off. O-Storm asked, how do I do the marketing? So yeah, so you guys are going to see the marketing on full display. We've been working so hard on building the product and building ViewCreator because it's such an incredible platform. It was very difficult to build. We're now going to have to step into marketing. And if we don't take marketing serious, if we don't give marketing the same level of tenacity and drive that we've given to the development side, then ViewCreator is going to fail. So with that in mind, we are now starting tomorrow going to get into the habit of doing 2-hour-long marketing streams. And what's really cool, so if you guys have been involved in the streams these past couple days, you'll know that we have successfully been able to ship a huge feature into production that's a game changer for us, and that is our AI clipping agent. So if you missed yesterday's stream, we were able to successfully get the AI clipping agent working in production. Here's a couple examples of what it actually looks like. So this is like a big thing. So they have the anti-gravity browser built in to anti-gravity. So anti-gravity browser control, the agent can click, scroll, type, and navigate web pages automatically. While working, it displays an overlay showing its progress and provides controls to stop execution if you need to intervene. So we're gonna test this out. So let's actually kind of get into it. So I wanna go over here, okay? And I have my website for, So yeah, so that's just a quick clip. Also, Arctic Codes, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. Droid Tech, what's up? Let's go. Let's get back to grinding, guys. Arctic Codes, I just explained the marketing thing. Zero said, is that just a looped video? What do you mean? Comcoin, what's up? Let's go. Aperium, what's up? How's it going? Neek, what's up? Yep. We've got this. We're going to make a ton of progress today. So, I just want to talk a little bit about, hey, what are we going to do today? What are today's goals? What are we going to focus on So, let's go to the board and let's write down today's goals so you guys can actually check the description. I kind of outlined what I want to do today. But the first goal is we're going to use ViewCreator to create and post / schedule BridgeMind clips. And as you guys know, the big thing that, I don't even know if you guys can read my handwriting, it's kind of small because we're going to have a ton of goals today. So the big thing that we need to focus on is we do not have TikTok working yet, okay? It is still in the process of verification, and it could be like that for the next several weeks. But the thing is that's not going to stop us from starting the marketing process, right? If we said, oh, it's not, ViewCreator 2.0 isn't ready yet, we don't have TikTok, that would be a bad strategy. Because what we need to do is we need to make sure that we actually get started. Because guys, marketing is going to be hard to learn, right? Like we are going to have to figure out the marketing aspect. So, I'm going to drop sorry, I actually just dropped that. I'm going to start a poll. Have you guys liked the video? If you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. But another big thing today is that we actually are going to be hitting at 10,000 subscribers this week. Thanks, Linux. Also, what's up, Linux? How's it going? Welcome in. I'm going to pin. That's a positive message. Thank you, Linux. I appreciate that. Can't wait to see how you vibe market. If you could, yeah, it really is going to be vibe marketing. So, on the list today for one of our goals is I really want to be able to use ViewCreator to actually schedule and post clips like I would if I was using Opus Clip and Hootsuite. So, for me, as a content creator with BridgeMind, not that I see myself as a content creator, but I am doing content creation. If you're a content creator, this is what it looks like if you want to create shorts right now. You create content. Let's say this is a 20-minute video. Then you can use Opus Clip. And then you can use Hootsuite. Right? So, you have all of these different things that you're doing, and now you can just do it all inside of ViewCreator. And you can schedule your posts and all of that inside of ViewCreator. So, Danny, what's up? How's it going? So, I'm gonna drop the desk down, and the first thing that I wanna try is, can we get these posted? And can we actually start testing this? And one thing that we're gonna need to do is we're gonna need to actually I'm gonna do it right now, but I have not actually turned on Meta into production yet, and we're gonna do that right now on stream. So I'm gonna go to Meta Developer real quick, and inside Meta Developer, now that we're actually verified, we can now toggle on from development into live. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on my end. Offer John said you could be adding SEO in your mentions since your app helps with that. Yeah, 100%. All right, so this is what we're looking at, guys. So app mode. I have not yet switched this to live, and right now I'm now going to turn this to live. Your app must have advanced access permissions to set live mode. So that's what we went through on the verification process for. And I just turned it to production. So it is now live, guys. Meta connections are now live inside of production. So here's what it looks like. I just toggled it to live. So I just turned that on. And the reason that I'm doing that is because, hey, we're going to start marketing, and we're going to transition out of open beta into soft launch tomorrow. And we're going to start putting way more hours into marketing. So what next week's going to look like is, first of all, Jose, what's up? User, what's up? So next week is going to be big because obviously we have all these tools built out and we have so many things to demo. But what we're going to need to do is we now need to start spending way more time on marketing. So actually what's interesting is that you guys are going to start seeing me a lot more, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do our normal vibe coding streams where I'm going to be building stuff, fixing stuff, whatever, right? And just like normal. And then after the stream is over, you guys are now going to see the marketing aspect, okay? And you guys are going to see the title. It's going to be a live stream, and I'm going to be using ViewCreator to market ViewCreator, because at this point, you know, ViewCreator is so good that there really is no better tool to be using for marketing. And I think that if we're dog fooding the product, it will make it even better. So if I go down here, I actually want to change this. I'm gonna customize my channel for a second and actually make it so that this, like if I go to the home tab, I think I can make it so that I can make it like so that there's a new section and it's going to be a playlist, single playlist, and then it's marketing ViewCreator using ViewCreator. So then I can do this, and then I'm gonna stack this one. Literally, this one is going to be very, very important. So I'm going to stack it on my channel right under the For You. Actually, let's put it above the For You. I think this is going to be a really, really important series. So I'm going to publish this. So let's now go to the channel. So this is what it's going to look like. How am I managing the credit for users? It's pretty easy. You just set up a credit card, and then you do transactions on that. Okay. So we now have, I guess it's not updated yet, but let's go to manage videos. User asks, can I get into the team? The team really is, it's gonna be, you guys gotta prove your potential. There's a couple people that have been brought onto the team that have really proven themselves. I think that, hey, at the end of the day, the people that are gonna make the best team members are those that kind of prove themselves beforehand. You know, I've had some bad experiences where, let's say I hire somebody on and they just aren't really necessarily who I anticipated them to be, right? Like, let's say that they just weren't very good at programming, or they weren't what I expected them to be, right? So I'm going to add this to that new playlist. So marketing ViewCreator using ViewCreator. This is going to be a pretty big playlist that we're going to now have, a series, so to speak, where we're going to be marketing ViewCreator using ViewCreator. So still hasn't showed up on the channel, but that's what we're going to be doing this week for a lot of time. Marketing ViewCreator using ViewCreator. But let's actually kind of get started. Smartman said, random question, do you prefer tea or coffee? I prefer coffee. J6, thank you. By name, let's go. Thank you, user. All right, so let's kind of get into it. The first thing that I want to do is I just want to make sure that this actually is working. So let's go over to one of these clips, right? And let's download it. Okay, so preparing download. Here's our clip. So now I'm going to go over to create, and we're going to make it so that we can actually, like, this is going to be one of the things on our list today, is so that on the clipping agent, so that you can just click on one of these clips and, like, let's say that you want to click schedule, right? And you're able to do that from this page, or that it redirects you to the create page. But the first thing that we want to do is we want to, actually, I'm going to sign out. I guess we already have the posts. Let's sign out. I'm going to sign into my other ViewCreator account just because I already have more permissions on the other account. So I'm going to sign into another account here. All right, so here we go. So AI clipping agent. So this is how this works. I can go to any one of these videos for our AI clipping agent, and I think this is going to be a good test. So let's go to the AI clipping agent. Let's go to live, and let's actually clip a live stream. Let's go to, I think let's try day 87, because this one, oh, well, that one was 6 hours. I think the limit is 4 hours, or it's something. There is a limit. Let's do day 86. We'll do day 86, and we'll drop this in. And let's do, okay, it looks like we do up to 10. So let's extract clips and see what happens. Prep said test message for channel name update. Yeah, Prep, I see you. Yeah, that's better. All right. So how this works, if you guys have missed out this week, or if you have been behind on a couple streams, we built an AI clipping agent that is up there with Opus Clip. You know, there's things that we need to do to make it even better. J35 said I was trying to clip day 87 yesterday, trying to get a clip of your brother. Yeah, that was legendary, wasn't it? Dr. Math said, respect your consistency. Thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, things are paying off on our end. Obviously, hey, if you work incredibly hard and you continue to show up and you just don't stop, these are things that, you know, you're going to be rewarded over time, right? And you're going to get incredible amounts of momentum. And once you get that momentum, you really do, you know, it's hard to lose it. Once you have it, it's hard to lose it unless you're lazy and, you know, you just, you don't work every single day. So that's why I have it up on the board today. You know, work every single day, because that's how you gain momentum. That's how you gain momentum, and we have significant amounts of momentum now, and we're just not gonna stop. We're not gonna stop. Jesse, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. Good to see you. Prep said, any tips when developing a project with vibe coding? Yeah, definitely, like, the biggest tip would, I mean, context engineering is big. You know, you have to understand the architecture of the project. You need to understand the frameworks. You need to understand what files are doing what. It's very important. But let's go over to connected socials here. And so I'm on a pro plan with this account. So I actually need to upgrade my account to a better plan. Because I want to do a lot more than 5 connections, right? And speaking of which, let me check something. I don't know if that kind of reminds me, we may have to get one thing knocked out real quick. I don't know if the business account is actually hooked up yet. So let me see if the business account is hooked up. Yeah, there's project sharing today. And I was actually thinking that today, all right, hold on, guys. Jose, what's up? All right, so you guys can see I have the option to be able to do 5 connections because I'm on a pro plan. And then, I mean, this is looking really, really good. If you guys remember, we had Claude Code update this for us. And what I want to do is I want to connect all of those Facebook accounts, but the thing is I can't connect all of them unless I upgrade to the Ultra plan. So I'm going to connect it. I'm just going to, you know, use a discount code and get the Ultra plan real quick. Okay. Looks like there's a cursor update. Install it later. Okay, also let's get a couple terminals running here. As you guys know, I did buy the Claude Max plan because this Opus 4.5 model is a really, really good model. It's an incredible model, and you know, I decided to get Claude Max because this is going to be the best model for a while. I would expect maybe 3 months. The Claude Opus 4.5 model is going to be the best coding model on the market. So I was like, I'll get Claude Max again because obviously, you know, if you use Cursor for Claude Opus 4.5, you're going to be running up quite a large amount of money. It's going to be expensive, right? Yeah, Opus 4.5 is really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the ViewCreator UI, or not the Creator UI. Then I'm also going to add the ViewCreator Creator UI. And I'm going to say, I want you to review the website in depth and then review the ViewCreator Creator UI in depth. What I now need you to do is I need you to create a new item and page in the features list that is displayed in the home page. What I need you to do is I need you to create a new page called AI Clipping Agent. This is a feature, and I need you to review what the feature actually does. It's for AI clipping and being able to turn long-form videos and repurpose them into short-form clips to post on TikTok and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. So review the feature in depth and then create a new feature and page in the ViewCreator UI website that tells users about this feature. Review the other pages in and follow the same theme and styling that they follow. Also, use the front-end UI plugin so that you have enhanced plugin skills. So what I'm doing there is you actually have the ability to add in that front-end UI plugin. And I don't know if you guys even knew about that, but let me show you an example of what that looks like on our end, like once you're actually, authenticated and in. Here's what it looks like. So the agents here, if you click create agent, look at this. This is really cool. Hold on, I have to move my face cam out of the way, or I can just move it here. So watch this. See this add step? This is really cool. So I had this front end plugin enabled when I added this, okay? And here's what it did. There's a couple changes that I do need to make on this page for sure. But watch this. When I do add step, do you see how it kind of spans out this cool effect, and it has really multicolored. It's just unique, right? It's an interesting little UI feature, right? And Claude Code with the UI plugin made that, and that's just you can tell it's different. Nilks asked, how did you solve the proxy? Yeah, so we ended up adding a proxy and user agents, and that was able to get us to the point where the AI clipping agent did work. It looks like this is still processing, so it's creating 10 clips, which is a lot of clips from that stream. Levi said, what do you think would cause my Claude account to get banned even though I didn't violate any rules? I don't know, man. Prep asks, I have a question. How does your AI cut out the shorts, interesting parts? Did you train it yourself, or you use some AI for that as well? Yeah, so you can integrate with AI models. For example, in our case, we're using a mix of, we use Grok, so G-R-O-Q, and you're able to use Grok to be able to take in the audio and use Whisper V3 Turbo to be able to transcribe the audio, and then using the audio, we're able to then go frame by frame using OpenRouter. We integrate with Gemini 2.5 Flash, and we're able to then analyze with the transcription and frame by frame. And then there is an intelligent clipping step in our clipping process where it is then able to actually clip the video, and then it goes through and it's able to actually add the caption. So another thing on our list today is, yeah, there are multiple user agents with fallbacks. Yes, Johnny. So, we were able to accomplish a lot. Let's actually move the desk up and hit some push-ups just to get the energy flowing. We have a lot that we want to do today. Also, guys, we do have the project sharing event today, and one thing that I was considering is actually hosting the project sharing event on stream. I don't know what you guys would think of that. Let me know in chat what you guys think, but I'm considering actually hosting the project sharing event on stream today. So that would give the BridgeMind community an opportunity to actually share their projects and what they're working on stream. Let me know what you guys think of that. Yeah, no cookies, Johnny. All right, let's hit some push-ups, guys. Let's go. All right, well, just 25, get the energy going. All right, so that's still working. Let's go over to, okay. So if somebody wants to, let's just test this. So connect account. I want to connect an Instagram account. So I'll go over here. Yes, continue. And then I'm going to get redirected back, or you guys can't see this. There you go. So I'm going to get redirected back, and then look. So this is very interesting. So, very, very interesting. All right, so this is going to be a good one for Claude Code to take in. What is this doing? Repurposing tools. Hold on. I actually wanted to. So that was making the root for that page, and I don't want it to be, I literally just want it to be, I literally want the root to be at AI clipping agent. All right. Prep, let's go. All right, you guys do want the, it looks like Chat does want the project sharing to be on stream. So I have a couple things then for like J35, Linux. Would you let everybody know that it's going to be on stream today? Would you just ping everyone and maybe drop something in the Discord that just says that the project sharing event is going to be on stream today? In that, if people want to share their projects, they're going to have an ability. Because I want to stream for at least 4 hours. So, for example, I don't want to cut the stream short. And we're probably only going to take 3 people to share projects today. So I don't know if you guys are available, but maybe we could like see, hey, who's interested in sharing their project today, and then maybe vet them if that's possible. Not a requirement, but it would be nice because I think we're going to do only 30 minutes of project sharing today, just because we have a lot that we want to get done. So, yeah, I have the Claude Max plan. Jesse, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Okay. Review this. And then this is at the ViewCreator Creator UI. And it's the... What page is it? This is the page that I got this on. Note that if the user is trying to add multiple accounts at once and it goes over their current plan, there should be a button for them to be able to upgrade their plan. All right, perfect. All right, chat. So overnight software developer said, where are you doing project sharing? I'm up for that. So yeah, so that's one thing in our Discord. Every Sunday we do a project sharing event. So a lot of you guys have joined the past couple weeks on that and shared your projects, and it's been really cool to see. But yeah, I mean, that's just something that we do as a community so that everybody stays engaged and involved in like what everyone else is doing, right? Because that's what it is. It's like, hey, BridgeMind is about the community, right? So this gives you guys an opportunity to be able to share your projects, share what you guys are doing with vibe coding. And if you guys do want to share your project today, you will have an opportunity not only to share it in the Discord, but I'm also going to be streaming the project sharing today. So just if you guys are interested, I think we're going to do three different people today. So if you guys want to do that, reach out to Jesse Pinkman in the Discord, one of our moderators, and I think he's probably going to vet some people to see if we can get maybe 3 people chosen for today's project sharing event. Zane, yeah, I do have prior coding experience. Which tool am I using for voice to text? I'm using Whisperflow. Yeah, Whisperflow. All right, so let's see this here. Command Center, great. So let's change a couple things. This here, I'm not a big fan of this. We will make it better. I mean, you guys can see why we're going to start going way harder on marketing. I mean, this is like at the point now where it's like, hey, we have so much done that, I mean, yeah, we're at the point where, hey, this is ready to be shipped and to be pushed pretty hard. Ali, what's up? Or Ali, what's up? Yeah, the quality's pretty good on the tools, though, so not worried about it. All right. Okay, great. Run npm run build and make sure that the build is successful. All right. Where's the agent that's building the? Yes. All right. So this agent is building the page in the front end for the AI clipping agent. J6 says that marketing makes sense. I'm launching with my first customer tomorrow too. That's awesome, man. We're in it together. Let's go. And yeah, with marketing, it's like, hey, I think the approach that I'm going to take to marketing is it's going to be a very similar approach as to the approach that I've taken with the actual coding aspect of it, which is, hey, you don't have to have everything outlined perfect with the perfect plan when you get started. I do know that I'm going to be using ViewCreator to do the marketing, but you don't necessarily have to have some perfect plan that is like, oh, unless I get this amount. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what to expect. But all I know is that we have to start doing the marketing, and we have to actually start to get good at marketing. So if we want to do that, if we want to figure out marketing, for example, by maybe, let's say, January 1st, 2026, and really get it pinned down, then hey, we're going to have to get really, really good at it. And to get really, really good at it, you're going to have to start doing it every day. So that's my perspective in for it. Helios said, I'm in for the event tonight. I'm hyped. Yeah. And it's today. It's going to be on stream in an hour and 8 minutes. So we're going to work for a bit, and then in an hour and 8 minutes, we are going to be doing project sharing. Okay, so this says that it's done. So let's go here and just refresh and see, is it in the features tab? So it's in the tools library, but actually, and this is why, cursor is so nice. I'm going to say add the AI clipping agent to the features drop down. All right, I don't want now. So now that my Cursor Ultra plan has been reached, it is an issue. I need to be smarter. Just I don't want to spend through the roof because I'm going to be paying out of pocket for the next 12 days. So I have to be careful. Robodex said that he's put in a connection request. For what? The only connection request that you need to put in is for TikTok now. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I think we have to update that, right? Like, what does it say in production now? Let's see. Because there's not really any need anymore for that. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so ViewCreator is still being verified on TikTok. Yeah, so we know one thing I need to update now is this here. I'm going to drop this at ViewCreator, Creator UI. We have now been verified on Facebook and Instagram, so there is no reason to include those. We are only now still being verified on TikTok. Update accordingly. Also, guys, if you guys are just tuning in, make sure that you like and subscribe if you're new around here. Let's see here. All right. DSAT said 4.5 Opus is the best agentic coding LLM. Yeah, it is. Yep. So Mexiverse, yeah, the best is Opus 4.5 now by a long shot too. It's not even close. I mean, the other LLMs are good at different things. Like GPT is like cheap, right? It's inexpensive. But hey, once you get a Claude Max plan, you're pretty much unlimited on. I mean, if I check my usage, I've been coding with Claude all week, and I'm only at 20% used, and I've been using Opus 4.5. So it's like, hey, with that Claude Max plan, you're not going to have an issue with usage. That's why I got Claude Max. Okay, navbar base, that looks like it's added. So yeah, so AI clipping agent, turn long form videos into viral shorts. So if I click here, whoa. So look at what, and this is, so okay, so this is actually an interesting thing. So if you guys remember what agent actually did this page for us, it was Opus, right? And Opus was totally off. I mean, look at this. This is totally not on theme. Terrible styling. I hate it. So what we're gonna have to do is we're actually gonna have to drop this into Gemini 3 Pro. Completely redesign this page, as this page does not follow the theme of the website. Review the other pages and update the AI clipping agent page accordingly with best practices based on the styling of the rest of the pages on the website. So that is very interesting. Like, Gemini 3 Pro is so good at styling, and Claude 4.5 Opus just did not understand the theme. Maybe an issue with context, right? Could be an issue with context. Carter Store, what's up? Good to see you. Anderson82, how's it going? Welcome. UKind said, just look at your images, videos generated. You'll see how unlikely the content would go viral. What do you mean? Live Your Liberation said, what's going on here? Day 89, let's go. I'm on the same grind since the last 3 months, every single day. If If doubt, you delay. If you believe, you accelerate. That's well said. Live your revelation. Shout out to you. That's the right energy. DSAT said everyone has a preference, but objectively, it is the most powerful and capable. Yeah. Ben Rowe, what's up? Leda said worth 5x plan for Opus only. Yeah, I mean, that is like the benefit of having Cursor, is that Cursor, I have immediate access to Gemini Pro, right? I have immediate access. It's great. But hey, I don't have that same thing with Claude, right? I can only use the Claude models. I'm pretty sure that there is a way that you can use more than just, you know, Claude, but it's not offered like in their models drop down, you know. Look at the page uses a bold cyberpunk aesthetic. That's so interesting that it did that. Yeah, that's terrible. Gemini 3 Pro will fix that right up, though. Not worry about it. All right, content scheduling. All right, so over on our dashboard, if I go to Connect Socials, what you guys are going to see is I have all of these accounts connected, right? Do you guys see how these are all connected? So what we can do now, you know what's interesting is why is the Facebook... Oh, that's interesting. Here, let's try something. Let's try disconnecting this. Or hold on, let's go this to here. Because I just changed from... Oh, okay, that's interesting. So over in... When I'm actually on here... So here's my account. And... All right, that's interesting. Yeah, I've given anti-gravity a try, but yeah, it's not that great. Yet. I do think it's going to be a competitor, but not quite yet. All right, so here are our profiles. So what I want to do is I want to actually add those socials to our ViewCreator profile. So let's add now all these different socials. I'm actually just going to do ViewCreator specific for now. So ViewCreator. And then what I want to do is I am going to add the ViewCreator X account here as well. So on X is a little bit interesting. So I have to log out. All right, now I'm pretty sure if I go over to Connect Socials now and I do add account, it'll redirect me and it should be... I should add cookbook, context as design, references, or global CSS. Check the Claude cookbook and install Claude plugins. Helps tell them with design guidelines. That's helpful. Let's see here. Did this fix our issue here? So let's go back over to that page here. So just localhost and just see, hey, did that get updated? So yeah, so that's Gemini 3 Pro, right? I mean, Gemini 3 Pro is just so good at front end styling. It's amazing. Yeah, look at what it did. I love that. That's so cool. Wow. Then watch this. I want to actually give the user some type of visual representation of how the clipping agent works. Could you create some type of React component that is animated that shows how it works? Harvey King said, crazy, you've gained 3.5 subs since I last joined. Yeah, we're blowing up over here, and it's just because of the consistent daily grind and the authenticity of it that we're not going to lose as we grow. You know, we're a community. How I see it, and you guys know this, is I'm creating a community. I'm not creating an audience. I'm creating a community. So if you guys have not already joined the BridgeMind Discord community, make sure you do so. Yeah, I do version. Yeah, is Opus not in anti-gravity? Yeah, it does not have the markdown addiction. That's funny. All right, so I did just find an interesting issue here with X. I'm just, if I go to add account, so I'm pretty sure I can authenticate here. And I'm gonna do ViewCreator AI. And then, actually I don't even know what my password is. Yeah, oh well. All right, let's see what it came up with. Oh wow. Oh, that's insane. Do you guys see this? Look at this. Gemini 3 Pro literally just created this. This is like all I said was to create like a I said create a active component that gives the user understanding of how it actually like works. That's insane. That's so cool. That's insane. And it came up with this. Wow. And that actually, and all we have to do now is maybe we could maybe give it like an actual video representation, right? For it to understand, you know? So maybe we could like clip, this would be cool. What if we just clip, like if I use iMovie, and I'll clip maybe like a, let's say 5-second video of me talking, right? On just like a normal BridgeMind video. And then I can pass in, you know, let's try this. Hold on. All right, so let's try this here. This will be interesting. So we'll split here, and then intelligence level up 6%, you know, compared to 4.1. So one thing that I will say also to note, so okay, so we'll just literally clip that there. So split clip, and then, so we'll have this 7.5 seconds. And then we'll go here, export. Yeah, Gemini 3 is absolutely insane in UI design. Aperium said this component should be on the homepage, I think. Yeah, probably. I mean, that is such a good component. And just one shot with no actual prompting. I mean, that's the thing about Gemini 3 Pro. And whenever people ask, like, hey, what's the best model, right? Hey, there's models that are good at different things. That is, like, one very important thing to remember is that, hey, the models, it's not just like, oh, XYZ, like, this model's the best. It's more like, hey, which models are good at what, right? And so let's just do short clip. I'm just going to do clip for site. So it's going to be just a 7.5, and what we'll do is we can now drop this in and then just say, hey, go to this this file path, and I mean that's just crazy. So I really like what it did, but the problem is I don't even know what it's like. It's what, just looking at, like, it just dropped in some like random stock image, right? So maybe we could actually make it so that for this AI analysis that it is, you know, a video of me talking. You know, and then for the active speaker, it has some animation of where it turns it into an actual clip. So you guys see what I'm saying? So, you know, I just got this here. So what I'll be able to do is I can go over to cursor, and then in the UI, what I'll do is I'll just drop in public. Like maybe, is there a videos directory here somewhere? Logs, Epicon, Locos, OG. What is OG for? It's literally empty. We'll delete that. Oh, is videos at the bottom? All right, no. All right. All right, so we'll create a videos. And then we'll just name it AI clipping agent original. And then what we'll do is we can just go to ViewCreator. and we'll go to the dashboard here, and we'll literally clip that 7-second video, and I'm assuming that hopefully all it'll do is just clip our video, right? Ben, I never went to Florida. I was trying to decide yesterday. I was like, hey, should I go to Florida and kind of get out of my normal environment and, you know, maybe do some stuff and you know, whatever, right? But well, you know what I decided is I just decided, hey, we have so much momentum. Things are working here. Let's just keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. I think that in 2026, once things really blow up, like where we're at, you know, we're gaining a lot of traction. The community is growing, right? But this is only the beginning of what we're going to do. Only the beginning. Look at that. That was able to clip it so fast. But intelligence level. What happened here? I didn't actually pick up on the, you know, compared to 4.1. Did not actually pick up on the face cam here. What happened there? Hold on here. So we are going to make our clipping agent a lot better. Live Your Liberation said, I don't like the way that it behaves. I do like it for deeper issues, but for daily use, no thanks. What are you talking about? Oh, Codex? Yeah, Codex, you know, I used to be a big fan of Codex. As you guys know, that used to be my main workflow, is I would just use Codex, and I was on a ChatGPT Pro plan, the $200 plan, but I ended up canceling my plan because, in my opinion, ChatGPT has really fallen behind. If we go to LM Arena, I mean, you guys can see it. I mean, let's go over to the leaderboard. You guys can see it right here. Look at how far ChatGPT has fallen in the rankings, right? They put out GPT 5.1, but GPT 5.1 isn't even better. Like, that was like a fake launch. Like, I think, in my opinion, the GPT 5.1, obviously it's 5.1 because it's not that big of a difference, but, you know, you can look at the leaderboards here, and, hey, you have to make the decision for yourself, like, hey, do I want to use Claude Opus 4.5, which ranks at 1493. Granted, it's, you know, this is early on, it's only 1,000 votes, but, you know, look at how far GPT 5.1 is down on the list here. I mean, I would say, like, hey, that's definitely something to take note of, is these leaderboards, they're not fake. You know, a lot of people say, hey, don't look at the leaderboards, but guys, I'm a believer that, hey, you should look at the leaderboards. The leaderboards say a lot. I mean, you have Opus 4.5 at the very top at 1493, and then GPT-5, and then GPT 5.1 didn't even beat, like, GPT-5, right? So that was kind of a fake launch. They were like, oh, we're releasing a new model, GPT 5.1, but it wasn't, like, an actual improvement in architecture. It was, like, just, I think, improved maybe in the system prompts, or, like, the system, they said that it improves it so that it thinks less on, you know, less complicated problems, and it thinks more, you know, respectively on problems that are harder or whatever, right? But I think that they kind of just BS'd it. I think that they've fallen really far behind. Leda said that he prefers GPT 5.1 more than Codex, but for iOS, it's great. Overall, GPT is great at Swift, but Opus is for sure the best at business logic. Yeah. All right. So we'll let this clip. It looks like, so these are the clips that just got generated. So here's a clip. Here's a clip. Produce a more intelligent model. Anthropic action. Hold on. I want to try this. Can I do upload video and then drop this in? And let's do 3. Let's do 5. Yeah, if you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Look at this. If you just missed this, this is pretty cool. We're working right now. We're working on the front end design for just this AI clipping page. Now that we have our AI clipping agent done, I'm creating, like, look at what Gemini 3 Pro is able to create in one shot. Look at this, one shot. It created this really cool, you know what I would call this? I would call this unique. I would call this unique, and I would call this creative, is what I would call this. This is unique and creative, that Gemini 3 Pro did this. So I'm really impressed with that. So what did this do? It did one clip. Yeah, so it's just too short. It was the... Alright, that's a bad example. Produce a... by a lot. Look at this. Do I have a video in here somewhere where the code is being shown? Back available, yeah. So this is very interesting. So here, like, you can actually see what. So then here we had that anti-gravity agent working on that preview section, right? So what was it able to do with the preview section? Let's go back home and let's see. Look at this, guys. All right, do we have one that's? I want to see the code. I'm not sure, prep. I'm just trying to find some good clips to actually put on the site. You know, we have 2 anti-gravity agents that we're evaluating and trying to fix. I mean, it's literally that right there, right? I mean, how good of an example is that? You know, these were both trying to solve this div. What's the original video? That intelligence level up 6%, you know, compared to 4.1. So one thing that I will say also to note, so let me find that original video. Okay, it's this one right here. Okay, so we're gonna clip this. Is it? Wait, hold up. Okay, this is the one. All right, so we're gonna clip this one. Yeah, I decided against Florida. All right, there we go. We'll try this. Goran said, hello, legend. What's up, man? Moon said, in the future, do you think we would be able to one-shot what you are building? I mean, yeah, probably in the future, yeah. I mean, things will continue to get better. The systems will become more and more agentic. They will build the systems, like AWS will have to adjust to vibe coding, right? I think that they'll construct AWS, or they'll construct tools that are able to do a lot of the things that, you know, we have done. Okay, what is this? What is going on? Hello? What happened there? Hello? Why did it just create a 1 second clip? What the heck? Is the clip 1 second? Hello? Oh, the clip is 1 second. Hello, and welcome back to another video. Okay, there we go. Alright, also, why is this song so fire? Alright, there we go. Prep said, I think I'll enter QA hackathon for testing. Let's go. Leda says that GPT is great at talking and planning and reviewing files and logic behind. I like to talk. It gives me nice ideas, and then just plan for Opus what files to read or not. Yeah, that's a good plan. Helios said, is there something that I need for the live event, or is it all Discord usage? What do you mean? The reason that those clips were 1 second is because the original video was 1 second. The original video was this here. I just dropped in the wrong video. Welcome back to another video. Hold on, where is it? That's this one right here. Yeah. So this was the original video. That's why it was 1 second. Hello? I guess I just... Hello? I don't know why I did that, but whatever. So yeah, it's clipping now. Yeah, it's a showcase. It's a project showcase. So yeah, so in 45 minutes, we're going to be doing a project sharing event. So do we have, by the way, to the mods, do we have 3 people selected for that are I think that we should probably, like if you guys want to share your project on stream, you know, if you guys want to share your project on stream, you have the ability to reach out to one of the moderators in the Discord. This week, we usually do the project sharing only in the Discord. But I think this week, just because I want to work for a little bit longer, we're going to keep it to 30 minutes. Here's the clips that are coming out of here. So the biggest thing about Claude Opus 4.5 is the pricing. So you can see that Claude Opus 4.5 here, this input is $5 per million tokens, and then for output, it's $25 million per token. Now, when you do compare that to GPT-5, so we're going to download that, right? That's such a good clip. So also another thing that I want to test now is I actually want to see, like, can I post this on, let's use BridgeMind, and then let's do short video, and let's select X, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, continue, and then we'll drag and drop this. And we do need to make it so that the captions generate better. We need to change a couple things. Moon Whisperer said, if you can go back to the 12th grade and you can choose any college or major to go into, what would you choose? That's a great question. I would choose not to go to college. If I could go back to 12th grade and choose, I would choose not to go to college. All right, this needs to be way better. I need you to do an in-depth analysis. Actually, this is more for Cursor. I'm going to use Gemini 3 Pro for this. I need you to do an in-depth analysis of the system prompt and the logic related to creating the captions from using AI. So let's say they upload a video and they're trying to generate the captions. I need you to do an in-depth analysis and tell me what system prompts are being used to generate the captions and the titles and the tags, and point me to those files so I can review it. So yeah, so that's, I just don't like the logic of it. We're going to test the functionality for that, but just in the meantime, I think that create here. Yeah. Also, if you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. What am I using to render the AI generated clips? You can actually watch the past couple days of the stream. We worked on it on, we started on what, day 80, I don't know, maybe day 82 or 83 is when we started working on the AI clip generator. But yeah, it's pretty far along. But yeah, you guys can rewatch the stream. I don't think it's fair to everybody else that stay tuned. But it's a pretty complex, like, I would have to explain it in depth. It's pretty complex. And that's the cool part about the streams, is that this is all being documented. All right, so I want to review that, but just let's go back to kind of like testing the feature, right? Because right now it's giving way too much weight to the brand profile that's attached. Offer John said an answer not from the options. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would go to college. All right, yeah. So let's take a look at how the captions are being generated. So a prompt, transcript metadata. Okay, I want to change up the logic for generating the captions now. Do not link the brand profile. Do not include the brand profile in the caption and metadata related process. Remove the brand profile from that. When they click generate with AI, it should display a modal where they're able to input a prompt, and the prompt should have weight. But the biggest thing that should take the most weight is the actual video itself, right? Like, let's say that they upload a video and they're trying to create captions from the video. The captions and the description and the title and the tags, they should be being created. The heaviest weight should be the actual what's being done and said in the video. So update accordingly. Yeah, so today, Sourcelet, to answer your question, so we are going to be live streaming the project sharing event on stream today. So I need to, the only way that we're going to be able to do that, though, is if we actually have moderators. I don't know if the mods have approved maybe different people that actually, like, I think we should pre-approve projects this week. And this is kind of a little bit last minute, but do I think a math major would be beneficial to what you or other vibe coders are doing? I mean, I'm just against, like, college in general. So I'm not the best person to ask. I think it's, like, totally, basically worthless. Did I go to college? Yes, I went to college originally. I dropped out my junior year, and then I did decide to finish it because I got too deep in that it would be a waste of money to not finish it, if that makes sense. All right, so let's go here. I want to pull back up iMovie, though. And what I want to do is I want to drop in this clip again. And I want to throw this here. Literally want it to be the same. Like it should be. Okay, perfect. So in the clip that I made, it's like right here, right? So I want to clip it and show, hey, it was from this long form was turned, into this short form. So this is 7.5 seconds. That's perfect. So we'll export this. So export. So it's almost like a demo that Gemini 3 Pro is making for us, which is kind of cool. Yeah, people do go to college to learn how to work for someone. All right. So now here's what we're going to do. We're going to open back up Cursor. And we're going to drop in... All right. So let's drop this in. All right. Then I'm going to delete this. And then we're going to drop this in. AI clipping agent clipped. Actually, you know what we should do? We should call it before and after. After. So you guys see what we're doing? So we'll do this before, just to literally show people, like, hey, this is what it does. Like, this is literally what it does. I'm not sponsored. No, Rape TV. I'm not sponsored. I don't take any sponsorships. All right, so let's drop this in now. And wait, that was at AI Clipping Agent. Okay. Great work. So now I need you to look at the videos directory in the public folder and note that there are 2 videos in this videos directory, an AI Clipping Agent before and an AI Clipping Agent after. I want you to actually use this video content to display the before and after of our clipping agent, as this is a real world scenario. Now, the videos are, I think the before video is maybe 7 seconds and the after video is like 45 seconds. You don't actually have to show the video with audio on. I literally want to do exactly what you're doing, but actually just drop in the video that we have. You don't have to show the whole video. For example, the 7-second video, maybe you can show 3 seconds, and then the after video, you can show the first 3 seconds of it as well. And I think that will be enough to give people a real world example of what this system looks like, but update the component accordingly with these actual videos instead of the placeholder that you have currently. Okay. We'll see. This will be interesting. So what we're doing here is just this AI clipping agent. This Gemini 3 Pro made this for us. Gemini 3 Pro is really good. I don't know if it got a buff, but it is good. The cost of Opus Clip. There's no API for Opus Clip. Harvey King said, I feel like college is only beneficial if you're trying to be in the medical field, like a surgeon or some sort of specialty field, or if you're going to be a scientist, specialized training. Yeah, I mean, for us, right, if you're trying to get into coding, if you're trying to get into software development, it's way different than it used to be. It used to be like, hey, go to college and, learn CS. But now with AI, it's completely, oh, they have an API now? What the heck? Let me check this out. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Here it is. So it dropped in that video. The only issue is that, wow, that's pretty cool. This is so sick. This part isn't good, But that is amazing. Look at that. Oh, the caption. Yeah, Ali, thank you. Wow, that is a really cool component. I don't like that smart crop part. But wow, that's really cool. This is amazing work. The only issue is that the smart cropping doesn't really necessarily work because it's showing the smart cropping and it doesn't really match. So just come up with a different thing to show for smart cropping part. Maybe like a scanning effect or something. Moon Whisperer said, I feel like I get more value from watching your videos than I would get in college. Appreciate it. Yeah, Opus clipping doesn't matter anymore because we already have a working solution that is inexpensive. You know, it's better for us to now go through our implementation because you know, it's cheap. It's cheap for us now that we have our own way of doing this. All right, let's check the captions, right? So let's go captions. Where did the agent go that I was working on that though? Was it this one? I don't think it was. 10 minutes ago. In-depth analysis of AI. Oh yeah, it's this here. All right, so let's test that now. Yeah, so we just need to fix that a little bit. BridgeMind University. Without vibe coding, this would take a week to integrate. Yeah. All right, I think it updated, so let's review. Wow, that's insane. Are you kidding? What? What? That is so cool. That is so cool. That is so cool. W's in the chat. That is so cool. Wow. That's amazing. Check out the Google sign-in. What do you mean? Wow, that's really cool. This component is so great that I also want to show it on the home page of the website. Don't remove it from this page, but also include it. Create a section for this on the home page of the website as well. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, Prep, what about it? Oh, Prep, the BridgeMind website, it's outdated. We're not actually, that's not an actual sign-in service. Don't worry about that. Thank you, though. Yeah, the BridgeMind.ai website is not an actual like product or service. It's not it's what we use for just like a standalone website. Helios said good music today. Thank you, man. Carter said the homepage is officially renewed and more futuristic. Thank you. Yeah, Gemini 3 is amazing at UI. Like, you know, when you look at the UI and how unique, look at how unique that is. And that's where vibe coding is look at how unique this is. The question is, does it actually look good on smaller screen sizes? Like when you actually compact this, let's see. I mean, yeah, look at even the responsiveness. Even the responsiveness, guys. Wow. What the heck? That looks incredible. That's so cool. Yeah, so Shastri in chat said, are you using FFmpeg for captioning, not OpenAI Whisper? I mean, you use both. You don't just use FFmpeg. You use something called FFmpeg ASS for captioning, but you also use Whisper, and you use Whisper with Grok. One thing I want to do is just on like the smaller screen sizes. Hold on, there's a couple things here. This here, I don't like this. would you remove these 3 circular divs on the formatting step? They look weird. Alex said it should be a bit bigger on mobile, I would say. I mean, it could, but... Unknown said, why don't you use Claude Code? I do use Claude Code. I use both. I got Claude Code agents right here. I'm just not using them right now. I'm doing UI stuff, and Claude is not as good at UI as Gemini 3 Pro, so you better use Gemini 3 Pro for that. That's amazing. It's incredible. All right, let's test that captioning feature. So as you guys know, we were kind of looking at the captions because the captions weren't that great. So let's take a look at captions. All right. All right, so we do generate with AI, or we can do create with AI here. And this is this may break just because we're trying to update it right now. But guys, I see we have 110 people watching, and let's see how many likes we have. We only have 47 likes. So if you guys haven't already liked the stream, make sure you do so. We should have easily 100 likes now. So appreciate you guys. Thank you. We have over 1,000 users in ViewCreator right now. But as you guys know, this week we're kind of transitioning into our soft launch. So, you know, we've been in open beta, not really trying to push revenue, but that's about to change now. All right, ever wish you could just speak code with BridgeMind vibe coding your natural language come? I think it still used the... Yeah, there's still issues with this. Hold on, did it break something? Because that doesn't even look like it. It may have broken something because it looks like it did the same exact thing. Transcription demo. Oh, it's been working on this the whole time. Wait. Oh, somebody, I think actually. Okay, I did make a mistake. Hold on. I accidentally moved it in the, and that's one thing, great thing about cursors. We can just do that. And then we'll do this. Okay. Yeah, 1,000 users. I'm actually not going to go to Florida. I was considering it. I do want to do it. I know I'm going to be traveling a lot in 2026. I'm going to travel a lot in 2026. You know, I was trying to decide, I was like, hey, are we going to go to Florida? Or should we just keep our heads down and grind? And you know what, here's what I came to decide is that, hey, I would love to do the traveling right now, and I would love to go to Florida right now. And who knows, maybe I still will, but where I'm at right now is that, you know, we're still in such a grind phase that I can't risk doing something that would take away from that, right? So I think I just decided, hey, let's not go to Florida right now because I have too much on my plate and things are working right now. We're gaining incredible amounts of momentum. So how bad would it be if I went to Florida, got distracted, I had to take, you know, I wouldn't even be working or streaming today because I'd be driving to Florida. You know, now it's like, I'm going to be in my normal routine and be able to still grind. So I decided against it. All right, let me see Discord. All right, guys. So the moderators, I'm having a conversation with them on the side. Shout out to Jesse, Linux, and J35. So we are having our project sharing event in 24 minutes. So 24 minutes from now, we are having our project sharing event for BridgeMind. And this gives you guys an opportunity to share your projects. And we usually do this every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what we're going to do is this week, we're actually going to be doing this on stream. What's up, Max? How's it going? So I'm going to allow, there's 3 people. It looks like J35 said that database error is going to go first, Matrix second, and then Bleed will go third. And literally, you guys are going to have the opportunity. I'm going to stream it as well. I'm going to stream the project sharing event this week. So shout out to you guys. Each of you are going to have 10 minutes. All right, you have 10 minutes to demo. All right, so this captioning agent is still messed up. It looks to me like the brand profile is somehow still being dropped into the caption or metadata generation process. Would you review and identify why this is the case? All right, so let's see if, let's go back over here. Let's go to the home page of the site. So this now should be on the home page somewhere because I told it to go on the home page. Also, that's what it looks like normally. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Dan. Carter said, is it possible if you can change it to Wednesdays or Friday because Sunday's not my thing, to be honest? I mean, we're doing Sundays. Definitely today. We may change that if other people want to change it to another day, but just depends. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, you can watch here or on Discord for the event today. All right, so AI clipping agent. I mean, look how incredible this component is. Yeah, Yusuf, I do have that. I actually do have it enabled, and I have used it. Wow. That's really cool. Great work. At the top of this component, would you say something like... something in regards to AI clipping agent? Because when it's on the home page, it doesn't really say anything about that. It makes sense when it's on the AI clipping agent page because that's what the component is for, but then on the home page, it doesn't have anything explaining what it is. So would you reformat that respectively? Burak said, you said using Opus in the Claude CLI is cheaper. Is it the same when using it through the Claude extension and cursor? Yes, it is. So if you're using it like in the Claude extension, that is going to be utilizing your Claude plan. I just don't use it in cursor. I like the CLI experience a little bit more sometimes. But right now, I'm using cursor today for the most part. Did you make that video or AI? So I made the original video, but then AI did make the second video. Thank you, Carter. Which AI is this? We're using cursor and Claude Code. Pranay said, I would like to build AI resume builder. Is it possible to vibe code front end to using cursor AI? 100%. Yeah, easily. Yeah. Easily. Hey, let's go, Linux. Linux said the Bridge army is growing. We getting ready. Join the Discord if y'all like. Thank you, man. Shout out to Linux. So I don't know if you guys knew this, but Linux was... He's an OG. He was here on day one, and at the end of the day one stream, he was like, he just offered to be mod, and he's been here ever since. And he's the community manager, great guy, great person, and he's been around since the beginning. So I really appreciate him, and he's just a great guy. And you know, our Discord has become such a great place, and he has a lot to do with that. So shout out to Linux. He's just been such a help in this process. It's crazy how fast we've grown, too. All right, so just as a reminder, 20 minutes, we are going to be having our project sharing event. And J35, would you make sure that, okay, it looks like we have 4 people lined up. So depending on how much, I think we're going to make like about 30 minutes. We're going to have about 30 minutes to do project sharing just because I want to make sure that we get a lot done today. But it looks like we're going to have database errors going to go first, matrix second, and then bleed third. If we have enough time, Alex Mantello, which Alex Mantello, I think I've seen him on stream. He's been, let's make room for him. Yeah, Alex Mantello, yeah, he said I would love to join if I can to showcase the project. Last week, my screen share did not work. Yeah, let's make room for Alex Mantello. He's been active and engaged in the stream and in the Discord, so I'd like to give him an opportunity. So we'll do 4. Let's just do, J35 just asked, can we do more? Let's just do 4. We'll only do 4 today. And everybody's going to have about 10 minutes, so it'll be 40 minutes, okay? So 10 minutes, everybody has 10 minutes. Root Mike, yeah, 100%. All right. How's this turn out? AI clipping agent in action. Man, that is so cool. Yeah, let me find the playlist. Here's the playlist that I'm playing right now. I love that. I just love it. All right, let's go back to the captioning assistant. How's that one going? Clipping agent. So this one's still working. Also, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. But this one's removing the brand context because we need it to be removed. All right, let's go on back. All right, J35 said, can we do a 1 hour project showcase 6 people in total? What do you guys want to do? Stream, let me know, chat, let me know. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to do an hour long of project showcase and fit in 6 people? Yeah, Carter, I'll have to make some more. Burak asked, how's your token limit looks like currently with Opus 1.5 after heavy usage? Could you please show both Cursor and Claude? Yeah, so I spend about $600 a month on AI. I have the Claude Max plan, but like, for example, when you use Claude Max, I mean, honestly, you could easily have an entire month with Claude Max, depending on your usage there. You know, I've been using it all week, and I only have 20% used, which is pretty good, right? I mean, and it's because they cut that Opus price in a third. DSAD said, we got the code to write, let's do 30 minutes. Yeah, there's a free reason. All right, so let's see if that these captions are better. Just the system prompt for it isn't great. So let's see, create, BridgeMind, short video, and then we'll do select all. You know what we need? We need a select all button so I don't have to click through all of them. That's like a small UI issue. So create with AI. This could end up throwing a bug. So create a caption that, what even is the original video? That targets the keyword vibe coding. I don't know. Generate. So this should be better because what it was doing is it was just making it so that it gave the brand profile so much context. Alright, this is not good. I need you to review the system prompt for this in complete depth. I am not happy at all with what it's currently doing. Alright, let's like pass the context. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to just show it. Hey, this is what's being created. Obviously, it's not good, so let's do this. All right, yeah, do you guys want to do 30 minutes or an hour of project sharing? Yeah, Ronald, I did solve the proxy issue. This is now working in production. I mean, did it even... It's like it didn't even take in the context of the video that I posted in. That's what I don't like. Is that it just seems to me like it should be able to, you know, take in one of these videos Here's what, is this one here? So this is the video that it took in. So the biggest thing about Claude Opus 4.5 is the pricing. So you can see that Claude Opus 4.5 here, the input is $5 per million tokens, and then for output it's $25 million per token. Now, when you do compare that to GPT 5.1, so the reason that I think there's an issue, because here, if you look at the actual logic here, yeah, I mean, it's not even taking the context of the video, or the context of the video only took in the prompt. This was a short clip about Claude Opus 4.5, and to me it seems like it didn't even take in the transcription of the video. Review the logic of this in complete depth and make sure that the first step when you generate with AI, it actually needs to take in the video and transcribe it using Grok. And then it needs to use that transcription to create the metadata. And then it also should take in the user's prompt if they want to create the description in a certain way. But the heaviest weight for the metadata, like the title and the description and the captions or the tags that are created, is it should be putting heavy weight on the actual transcription, like what was said in the video. Review what's currently being done and diagnose why this is not happening right now and tell me what's going on. Yeah, so I'm very open about it. So right now, we've made $1,600 in revenue, and I've invested, $5,000. I've lost $5,000 over the course of this. Look at this. So you have used up your included usage and are on pay as you go, which is charged based on model API rates. You have spent $101 in on-demand usage this month, which means I spent about $8 today. But yeah, so I've lost about $3,500 so far, which is actually nothing. I've been in startups where we're burning like $50,000 a month. So this is nothing. The burn right now is like so small, and I've invested $30,000. So we have plenty of runway. I'm not too worried about it. All right, perfect. It says that it found, it does not transcribe the video. Yeah, you could tell that it wasn't transcribing it, Amir, thank you. All right, Blocker said 30 minutes. Veer said 1 hour. Let's do a poll. All right, let's do a poll for this. So guys, in 10 minutes. Yeah, demo, of course. Yeah. I mean, that's what you guys are gonna get here, and that's how I see it. Is I'm not trying to create an audience. I'm trying to create a community. And I think that part of that process is, being honest and being authentic and not taking sponsors and not monetizing everything as possible. Like so many people, they get in this situation where they have a platform that's blowing up, which is what the BridgeMind platform is doing. And they're like, how do I make money? How do I make money? And I'm like, that's not the end goal for me. That's not what I set out to do. I set out on this mission in a very clear way to prove what's possible with AI, to build the future, and to build a community. And, it doesn't matter how big this gets. I think that this is still just the beginning. We're about to cross 10,000 subscribers. That's nothing. I think that in 2026, I'm expecting that we get from maybe 100,000 to maybe 250,000 subscribers. And then the Discord community is obviously going to grow significantly. And we're not going to get there if the leader of that community is selfish and just wants to make himself rich by, the attention and the engagement of the audience. And what I talk about on this channel very often is the way that you guys can, basically if you guys want to give back to me for the work that I put in and what I do. And first of all, I don't even expect you to, but if you want to, just be an engaged member of the community. Just help support what we're doing, and that's all I ask. And I think in return from me, what you can expect is that I will be showing up every single day. I will not be taking on sponsors, and I will not be monetizing anything as it relates to like the YouTube channel or whatever. It's that's not the mission. And I think that as long as I stay true to that mission, then I think that we will do very, very well. So, just kind of an interesting side note there. If you guys are new around here and want to know a little bit more about what the mission actually is, it's not the mission is not to blow up and then become like a content creator. That was never the mission. So, create captions and titles with the keyword vibe coding. Vibe coding. All right. All right, so I'm about to start a poll. So All right, so the poll is project sharing length. So it's either 30 minutes or 60 minutes. So everybody gets 10 minutes to share their project. All right, so it's either 30 minutes with 3 projects or 60 minutes with 6 projects. I just started a poll. Vote accordingly. Whatever you guys want, we'll do. What is going on here? It's still not taking this in, that's for sure. It is still not taking in the context of the video. For now, let's remove the ability to pass in a prompt. When they click Create with AI, it should just be based off of the transcription of the video. All right, 60 minutes is at 67%. How many people have actually voted, though? 27. All right, do we have 6 people lined up, mods? All right, so in 7 minutes, we're going to be doing the project sharing showcase. This is an event that we do every week. It looks like we are going to do 6 projects. We are going to do 6 projects. So, this is an interesting opportunity because, you guys know what I'm working on. You guys know all about ViewCreator and the different, projects that I've worked on. But really what the project sharing showcase event gives us is it gives the community an opportunity to share what they've been working on. And what you guys are gonna be able to see is, hey, what are other people in this community working on? How are they implementing vibe coding? How are they doing this? What are they working on? What frameworks are they using? And I think this is an interesting opportunity to really learn what other people are doing. And that's why the BridgeMind community is so important, is because getting other people's perspectives on what they're building, what tools they're using to build it. So for those of you presenting today, it would be really good to share, hey, what tools are you using? I don't know, how much money are you spending on AI? What's your programming background? All these things, because, what project sharing does for us is it really allows people to see, okay, this is what vibe coders are doing, right? And this is what people are building with these different tools. So, for those that are sharing, it looks like we are doing 6. J35 said we got 6 more. We'll do the rest next week. Okay. Yeah, 100%. Yep, everybody has 10 minutes. And yeah, this is the first week that we're actually going to be sharing it on stream. So, be an interesting... For those of you that are sharing, if you could just make sure that everything's hooked up on your end, like with audio, and if you are sharing, just try and make sure that, hey, it's going to be on the stream, so make sure that, you don't show any environment variable keys, make sure that you got everything locked down. Be smart about it, right? Because I think these videos usually get thousands of views, so just make sure that you have your stuff locked down and that you kind of come a little bit prepared. And I'm saying this 4 minutes beforehand, so do the most that you can in 4 minutes. All right, J35 said that he set the lineup. Thank you, J35. All right, so the lineup is database error is going to go first, and then second is Matrix, then Bleed is going to go third, fourth is going to be Alex, 5th is going to be Corey, and then 6th is going to be Korangu. He says that he's flooded with DMs lined up remaining for next week. Wow. All right, so... All right, so let's test this. All right, so create with AI. Please select a video file first. When I clicked create with AI, it said, please select a video file first. Did it say please or did I add the please? Okay, I was just making sure. I was like, did it really say please? All right, 3 minutes, guys. And again, database error is going to go first. All right, I'm going to lift the desk up. Let's go. All yeah, Linux, we really did get that together fast. Thank you. Also, big shout out to our mod team. Our management moderator team, which is J35, Linux, and Jesse. Really appreciate you guys. You guys, I don't know what I would do without you. We have a great team. No, you guys, there's gonna be no voting on the project. I mean, maybe we could vote on a project, but all right. So I'm gonna end the poll. It looks like this is done. We're gonna do 6 projects. Hyper asks, can you please share how much coding you have done until now? Yeah, I mean, it'll it would take a decent amount of time to do that. You can go to ViewCreator.ai, though. We have 1,000 users in open beta, and tomorrow we are going and doing our soft launch. You guys are going to see me a lot more in December, is all I'm going to say. We're going to be grinding like insanely hard. We're going to be grinding super, super hard because we're going to be doing, obviously, the vibe coding streams, and then we're also going to be doing marketing streams. So it's just going to be crazy. But guys, we have 1 minute until project sharing starts. So I'm actually going to launch the Discord and get this ready on my end. I'm going to turn off the music. And just granted, this is the, oops, sorry. Just exposed the whole team chat here. But this is the team chat, guys. Nothing sensitive in here, but this is the team. All right, so here is our event. So I'm going to copy the event link here. All right, so I'm gonna turn the music off, and for the next hour, we are going to be giving members of the BridgeMind community, 6 people, the opportunity to share their projects and what they're working on. So with that being said, let's turn off the music, and there may be issues. You guys are going to have to let me know. Just this is our first time doing project sharing on stream, so there may be some issues with like audio or something like that, but if we do, we'll get them sorted. But let's just start the event, and let's do it. I think I'm pretty sure that I have to, like, and not in the stage, but I'm pretty sure. All right, so we have, all right, just a quick test. All right, can you guys hear me in the project sharing event? Can you guys hear me? All right, disconnect quietly. All right, so no, just disconnect. I think I usually have to join the stage again and then request to speak and then give myself permission to go up. All right, is everything good? Can you guys hear me? Okay. All right, cool. It looks like everybody can hear me. So welcome back to another project sharing event. As you guys know, this is an opportunity that you guys have to come up on stage in front of the BridgeMind community and share what you're working on. And this is the first week that we are going to also be sharing your guys' projects and giving you guys a stage, not just in the audience in the Discord, but also on the live stream. So I am live streaming right now. So big shout out to J35, Linux, and Jesse for getting this together so shortly. We actually were not even planning on this to do this, and then I just kind of dropped it on you guys, so really appreciate it. Shout out to you guys. Don't know what I'd do without you. But we've got 119 people live on stream right now, so we do have a list of people that are ready to come up. So I think the first one is database error. So we're just going to go in this list. Let me pull up the management chat here just to confirm who's going first. So yeah, so it's database error is going to go first, and then Matrix, then Bleed, then Alex Mantello, then Corey, then Karangu. That's the order that we're going to go in. So with that being said, let me pull back, how do I get back to the project sharing event? This is how little I know about Discord. All right, go to channel. All right, cool. So with that being said, I would like to welcome Database Error up onto the stage. So if you could just request to come up on the stage, and I will give you permission. But let's keep it to 10 minutes, guys, just because we do have, we have 6 people that are going to be sharing, and each person is going to have 10 minutes. So, all right, and it looks like Database Error is up on the stage. Database Error, how's it going?
Hello, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
All right, great. Thanks for having me. I'm new to the server. I just wanted to present a couple of quick things to you guys. So let me see if I can start the stream real quick.
Awesome.
All right, so I'm screen sharing now. I'm Database Error, also known as Tempest Technology. I've been working mostly on games, doing vibe coding for the past 2 years. I have a limited background in programming, but yeah, mostly been getting into it for the last 2 years. I've been doing a couple different game projects for personal projects, but I've also been doing some business enterprise software that I've demoed to try to get some contracts on that front. So I'm just going to demo a couple of my games, and they're pretty rough, but let me know what you guys think when I'm done. So this game here is the newest one that I've been working on. This is an in-depth emotional simulator with NPCs. So my philosophy is systems design first, and then do the game loop at the end once I have all the systems in place. With this game, each of the NPCs has needs and emotions, and then they have actions that they do based on that. If you guys have seen AI Town, this is kind of a little bit more detailed than that, but it's fully programmed. There's no AI integrated into this as of right now, but that could be a future step once I get the base done. So as you move around, the NPCs all go and do their routine based on their needs and emotions. And then I have another 20 NPCs I can add into this once I've done the mechanics and I'm happy with it. So This is pretty simple. This is my newest project that I've been working on.
Yeah, when did you get started, and how long have you been working on this?
So this was this month.
Okay.
I've been doing it since the 2nd of November.
Okay. This is really interesting. What framework are you using for that?
So for this is Python, and now this is another version that's a little bit more in depth. You can see some of the debugging. I took out the graphics of the NPCs, but this has more in-depth debugging on each turn. You can see what they're doing. They can trade with each other. They can do their work, which they currently roll for loot when they work. And then they can craft. They can talk to each other. They can get water. They can sleep, and they can eat. And the food comes from their work loot tables. You can also trade with them as the player as well. So this is my newest project, and that's about it. All these graphics are also done by me using AI as well.
Yeah, that's really cool. What tools are you using? Are you using Cursor or other tools? What's your main go-tos?
So this is just GPT. I pay for the premium $20 a month, and that allows me to do the graphics and the coding. So that's what I've done in this, and this is just in Python, this game.
Okay. Yeah, that's really interesting. I think this is the first time that we've actually had somebody on stream that or in this project sharing event that's done a game. So that's really cool. This is the first time that we've seen a Python game. So good for you. I'm not super familiar with game development. So I'm not sure like how like what the actual moving parts are here, but it looks really
Yeah.
cool, man. It's almost like a Minecraft village, you know?
Sure, yeah, something like that. Dwarf Fortress or AI Town was another project that was kind of similar. So, yeah, but this one's focused on emotions. None of those have a very in-depth emotional system. Each NPC has 10 different emotions, and that feeds into their dialogue, which then affects the other NPCs' emotions, and their emotions also affect their goals, how they decide what to do, and all that sort of thing. So that's kind of the idea where I'm trying to go beyond what's done before.
Yeah, that's awesome. You said you had a couple other games as well. Do you want to show any more?
Yep, real quick. So the next game, I want to move into this one. So this is a game that's built in Node.js. So this is meant to be a website game that's a multiplayer roguelike dungeon crawler. So in theory, it can be co-op as you go through the dungeon together, or it can be PvP. I haven't quite settled either one, probably two different modes for that. Again, this one's pretty basic, but I spent a lot more time on this one. Yeah, basically, let's see. These are all different characters, which you can select. Each of them is kind of like a Suicide Squad kind of thing. Each of them has a different curse, which has a drawback and a benefit. And then that determines how you play the game and also the composition of your party. They'll be complementary and opposing synergies depending on who you're playing with or against as far as the other players. So yeah, just a bunch of different characters. And then, yeah, you can join in. It's going to be a web app website where you can join in and pretty much play the game.
So once you're here, like you just selected your character. What's this? So what's this here? It looks like to me, just because I know nothing about it, is it like a maze or what's the with obstacles, or what actually is this?
This will be basically a dungeon you're going to be going through with enemies. And you're basically going down through the dungeon to get as deep as you can. That's as far as I have right now. There's going to be a boss at the end, but it's pretty much in the style of old school roguelikes. So like the original dungeon crawler games from the like 1980s era is really what this is a throwback and homage to.
Yeah, I really liked what you did on the on that homepage. Like when you were selecting your characters, I really like you did with the user interface there, that with like the background and the user selection. The what you did on the UI end on that, not like on the first part, it looked really good. I don't know how you did like the background and the animations for that, but just like when you were logging in, that was really cool what you did there.
Yeah, I want to, this is all kind of rough. I'm trying to go as wide as possible. I'd like to do another pass over all the visuals to make it a little bit better. But yeah, I'd like to have at least 2-frame animations for all the characters that you'll see here. And then also in the beginning, like you said, this will be all more
Yeah,
animated.
I like that. Yeah, that's cool.
And these will be all more animated. At least 2 frames for each character is the goal as of right now.
Yeah. Well, good work, man. You said you had like not a ton of technical knowledge or experience before this?
Correct. And yeah, I have one more thing I'd like to show.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see.
We've got time. You got about like 3 minutes left, and then we're going to move on to the next person. Just keep it 10 minutes for each person.
Sure.
But yeah, you got time.
Sure. This is another game. This is going to be a sci-fi game, a shooting game. I try to do something different in all my games. So let's see, just show some of this. This is, again, quite different than the last 2 games that I just showed. So this one is in Python again. And yeah, I just wanted to do a more action-oriented game.
Oh, wow.
It's more sci-fi.
This one seems like pretty far along in development.
Well, this was one that I did after the previous game that I showed. So my skills were a bit more polished. This was done in about a month or 2 in Python, and I spent a lot of time on it. My skills were much sharper than the previous game that I showed. So
yeah, I can tell. Like this is really developed. That's cool. So what? Oh, that's awesome.
See, you can get in the tank. You got this tank. You can drive this around.
Dang, that's cool.
And let's see. And then one last thing I want to show, you can use the missile launcher too. So this is pretty cool. You can shoot missiles. I can also control the missiles with the arrows. So you can kind of do a twin stick thing where you're like moving around and shooting the missiles and controlling the missiles too. It's kind of difficult to pull off, but like you can do stuff like this.
Wow, that's really cool. Dang.
So yeah, these are what I've been working on. That's about it. Again, I'm database error. Feel free to hit me up, and also known as Tempest Technology. I'd love to collaborate or get feedback from other people. Thanks again.
Yeah, great work. Great presentation as well. All right, so I think next is, let's see here, I'm going to move him to the audience. Great work. Just want to say one thing for database error. Great job, great presentation. And what's really interesting to me is with that last game, you know, what he was saying is, you know, this is the most recent one that I made, so I was a lot better in making this game, and you can tell, right? And that's like something that I pick up on is you could tell that last game that he showed was like very, very further along. And what he just shared was that, yeah, you know, I built this after those first two games, so I used what I learned with those first two games to be able to do that. So great job. That's actually the first two games. That's the first games that we've actually seen in project sharing. Matrix is up next, but he says that he can't at the moment. The demo gremlins. Did they get you, Matrix? That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. W's in the chat, by the way. How many people are sharing their projects? XCarm just asked. We have 6 people, so these 6 people are sharing their projects. It looks like Matrix said that he can't do it at the moment. So if that's the case, then I think Bleed is up next. If Bleed is here, is he in the audience? Is Bleed here? I don't see Bleed. But yeah, that's really cool. Brother Codes asked, is there a lot of money in making games? I'm not sure personally. I mean, I've never been into game development, so that's the first time that I've actually seen anything like that. So that's like really cool. You know, I don't know if you guys know what like Miniclip is, but I used to play Miniclip. That was like, I've shared, my parents they didn't let me get like an Xbox or a PS4 or anything growing up, but we did have like an Apple computer up in like the you know, on one of our floors in the house, and you know, I would play Miniclip, and that reminded me of Miniclip. All right, looks like Matrix actually is ready, so we're gonna welcome him up on stage. All right, Matrix, come on up.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Give me a sec. How can I share my screen? Here. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Where is the... Wait. Okay, this one.
All right,
Sorry for that.
No, all good. I can see it.
Okay. But it's the wrong... Wait, it's the wrong... Need to share this. Okay. Now it should work.
Yep, I can see it.
You see it?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. So this is basically my app that I programmed, vibe coded, without any knowledge before. And I think it turned out good what the design looks like. And I'm working with Aura. It's Aura built. And my project is about cards as products. So you can basically open a pack and then it shows the product. And so first of all, the prices, which I have in the booster shop, for example. Oh, wait, it's bugging. Can I show you a German version?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Because I was just translating because for the stream, and now it's not working.
That's all good. Yeah, you can do German.
Yeah. So in the booster shop, the prices are not set. They are just made up. So yeah, you can just upload a product as a seller, and it will link to a pack. And it's good for small businesses who are just putting out simple products, like, for example, for $5 or something like that. and it will open the products. It has rarities. So here you can see rare, common, legendary. I have just made up plans for that for creators. So here you have the booster shop. It has different editions with different rarities. And probably for that, it has 5 cards. You can pay.
Yeah, first of
I'm
all,
a
the
little bit
animations
sad.
that your animations that you came up
Yeah.
with here, I actually was thinking the same thing, but Jesse and 9APF said the same thing. But those animations, great work. Whatever you did on the animations, you did a really good
Thank
job
you.
with that.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a little bit stressed because of everything setting up. So I have to calm myself now. Yes, there is also a season pass. You can see it here. So you can claim packs and earn coins. With these coins, you can open. I will implement it that you can open new packs. You also have a premium pass. So here you can claim again. And I want to use evolutions or breeding for the cards to have a higher chance for the rarities. You also have a hub where you can see everything, and here you can boost your product. So you uploaded it. You have a higher chance, 5 times more chance that it gets shown by for the audience. And I will set prices pretty cheap, and yeah, that's everything.
Yeah, great work. So I've actually never heard of it. So aura.build, maybe you like one thing I think that people are
Yeah.
really interested in is like people are
Mhm.
using all sorts of different tools. Like I use Cursor and Claude Code, but I've never heard of aura.build. So maybe you could just share with everybody like what your experience is
Yeah.
with aura.build, like what made you choose them. So it seems like it's like kind
Mhm.
of like Lovable, or like some of those other what is it? Lovable, Bolt. There's some other ones, but like
Lovable Bold Rock, or
yeah.
there's Rock too. Yeah.
Yeah, so what's your experience
So
with that?
basically, yeah, my experience is very good because you look at the animations, you can you can do everything in that. When I go on fonts, it can change the fonts to
Oh
every
wow.
font it want. It can change the colors. You have assets. You have Claude 4.5 Opus. You have GPT 5.1 and Gemini 3 Pro. So Gemini 3 Pro I use almost the most because for UI it's the best. This website is almost completely with Gemini 3 because it's all about animations on this app, and you can use. Wait, it's bugging. It sometimes is a little bit slow because every project is loading in here. But you can go on components, and then you can say, for example, okay, use this button, use this hero section, and you can implement it in
Oh
your
wow.
website. Yeah, it's very great. The only thing is, what's not good is about the cost problem, because you only have for 20 euros or dollars, you only have 120 prompts.
Wow.
So you can upgrade it to a 40 euro app, how it's called, model. So you can use 240 prompts.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, that's interesting because obviously, with Cursor, with Claude, it's all based on
Mhm.
tokens and usage, but they literally limit you to prompt. That's interesting.
Yeah. For example, here you can use also different templates for UI, and the websites. Let me show you. I don't think I show anything, but here, for example, you can see what you can build with it. It's pretty crazy. So when I go on this website, for example, uh, you will see what it looks like.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
That's pretty cool, yeah. And yeah, so that's my project in Aura build.
How long have you been working on it?
1 month, like 1.5 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, man.
And
That's pretty good without any technical knowledge.
yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. Thank you. So, any other questions, or is that everything?
Does anybody have any questions? Because you have about 2 more minutes. So if anybody has any questions, you can drop them in the chat.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm super impressed. Like, hey, just with what you're able to accomplish in a month and a half with limited technical knowledge. Oh, yes, I did. So there is a question from chat. So somebody's asking, like, hey, would you be able to export or download the code, or like download it to a framework? Like, could you export it to Figma, or would you be able to download the code? Do you know if there's a way to do that?
I can export it to. Let me see. When the app is loading or would load, I think you just can upload it to the Apple Store.
Oh, wow.
Here you can export. Here in the top, export and publish. You see? Copy HTML, download site files, copy to Figma. So it's working with Figma.
And when you click publish, that would publish it to like just so that URL there, it would do. Okay, and you could set your own URL. Okay, gotcha. Wow.
Yeah, but you can do it to Figma, like copy.
Okay. Yeah, really, really interesting. Yeah, I've never seen Aura build, so I really appreciate you sharing, man. Great job with the people really liked the design and the animation, so really good work. I can tell you put a lot of work into that.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Yep. All right, great work. Matrix, appreciate you coming up and sharing. With that being said, we have the next person up is going to be Bleed. But one thing, Bleed, if you could just request to come up, and I'll let you up. But Moon Whisperer said, sorry, Moon Whisperer, I missed you over on the YouTube chat. But, one thing that we're seeing is the experience that people have with like Lullable. In this case, I've never seen Aura Build before. That's actually the first time that I've seen it. But Aura Build, Bolt, some of these other, I don't even know what the best word to describe them would be, right? Like you have vibe coding with like cursor and these other methods of vibe coding, and then you have like almost a layer underneath that where people that have like genuinely no technical experience, like they don't even want to manage a code base, there's now tools that people can use for that. And that's very interesting. Like you can see how far he was able to get with Aura, and super impressed with the design and with the animations. I think he did a great job. And it's just interesting that, there's work that goes into that, right? Like, hey, you have to be able to prompt correctly. You have to be able to pass in what's needed so that it can make the updates. And, it's interesting. We'll see as those tools develop if that ends up becoming the best way to develop, or if it will remain cursor, we'll see. But there does seem to be a big difference for me. Like I would not jump from cursor to Lovable, or cursor to Aura Build, for example, right? Because there are limitations with that. And he also shared, hey, it's very expensive, $20 for 120 prompts. So instead of spending money on tokens, when you're using like Lovable, or in this case, Aura Build, you're spending money on prompts. So you have to be even more sharp to be able to not waste those. J35 said the updated. Okay, so it looks like Alex Mantello is Bleed. Bleed didn't want to go. But yeah, it looks like Alex Mantello is going to come up next, and he has requested to speak. So Alex, come on up. Welcome. How's it going?
Hey guys, what's up? Very good. I still have the same problem like last week. I'm not able to share my screen. I have a block button on top of it. On different channels, I'm able to it. Do you know why, maybe?
Does anybody know why? Are you in the Discord desktop app, or are you in the web app?
I'm in the desktop app.
The desktop app? Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. So for example, if I wanted to share my screen, there's just that, like, it says if you have the stream open, you can actually see what I'm looking at. It just says
yes, I got the permissions. I can share my screen.
Oh, you can? Okay. And then also one thing is there is an echo. So when I am talking, there is an echo. So I'm gonna try not to talk. Maybe that'll just do. So you can do basically you can present, and I'm gonna try to not talk because there is a little bit of an echo on my end. But you can go ahead and share your screen, and yeah, good luck, man.
All right, I'm gonna start sharing my screen. So I'm going to show you guys 3 different tools I've built. I've built my tools to help me into my day business. My business is consulting in Horeca. helping restaurants grow online business, like delivering marketing. And one of the first project I've started vibe coding, it's an AI generating for the reviews on Google.
Okay, so
So
wait,
you
sorry to
will
interrupt. I can't, you may want to try streaming again, just because I can't, it's still loading on my end. So could you try and restart it? There we go.
Is
Perfect.
it working now?
Yep, it's working.
All right, so here I've developed a Google Chrome extension that will link with your OpenAI API key, and you can choose your model. And with this extension, where you have a new review on your Google My Business, you can just press AI generate, and based on the stars and based on the others review, if you see here, it will give a answer. For the moment, it's only in Romanian because it was made only for me. It's hard coded to work in Romanian. This project, let's just repli. This project, it's open source. I have it here. I want to give it for everyone to have it for free. Maybe some people can use it in their day-to-day work. The next project I want to show you, it's also, I made it to help my work. I couldn't find a media converter that will change your files from one type to another type without paying or without having limitations. So I just used this open source FFmpeg and Sharp that you are able to convert your images from any format to any format you want. Also, this one, I made it open format, open source. Here I make you a demonstration. And the file has been converted from PNG to GPG. This way you can, if you manage stores, online e-commerces, or any other businesses that you have like 100, 200, 300 pictures, you can do it faster on your local host, on your PC, so you don't have to pay any money. For the long run, I want to implement also some media manipulation for you to remove the background, for you to work with the vectors, because in my day-to-day work, I use Canva, and Canva, it's kind of slow with all the procedure, so I want to have something faster. These two are two small projects I've been working, so it can make my life easier. But next, I want to show you guys a big project I've been working on. One of my clients, it's a transport company that has 30 trucks, and they want to know their profitability. And I've been vibe coding this project. So basically, in the last 7 days, this one has been built. But before that, I spent 3 months understanding the business, understanding the way a transportation company works, how everything goes on. And for the moment, you are able only to import your files. Let's say we import a file for this one. We are waiting for API collaborations with these companies. So you won't need to go to download your reports. And we will get it straight here. After this report is being loaded, it's taking a while because it has a lot of files. The AI automatically assigned with the right car, with the right truck. The brutto means after VAT. Here the client can see what's the VAT amount, because in Europe you can get the VAT money back from the government depending on the country. This is Slovakia, this is from Romania, this is from Lithuania, Latvia, and so on. This project, for me, it's a very special one because I like the UI, I like the UX. I've been working a lot of this on this one, and I want to make it as a SaaS for B2B once I have all the API keys inside of it. What do you think about my projects?
Yeah, great work. Yeah, great work. Akshay is curious as to what's being used in the back end for that floater is.
What do you mean by what's used in the backend?
Are you using a specific framework to be able to process like API calls and stuff, or what's the frameworks that are being used for? Like, what's your stack? Are you using Next? Are you using Nest? Like, what's the stack?
Next is just Next. It's a stack that uses the Next. We have the backend that makes API calls to the Supabase. We use Supabase. After you upload your document here you have you create the expenses. After the expenses has been created, it goes straight to the Supabase, and then it makes API calls for the reports and everything.
Do you have the, like, what are you using to develop this? Is it so it's Supabase? Are you using MCPs? And then what's like your main go-to vibe coding tool for you to build all these projects?
Only Claude Code. Claude Code with Opus lately, and yeah, I've been going through many tools, but only for coding I use Claude Code. For image creation I go for Gemini, Nano Banana. For creating the voices, if I want to do voiceovers for commercials, I go for 11 Labs. So I'm very picky with what I use.
Great work, man. So 3 works. I think everybody was really liking that you did. You chose to do open source for those first 2. So definitely, yeah. So definitely share those in the Discord. Yeah. So he just shared both those projects. So it's ZZen AI review extensions. That's really cool. I think I really respect that you're creating tools that you have a use case for, right? You're like, okay, I'm going to create a tool for myself. I'm going to make it open source. That's awesome. One last question, because we are running a little bit low on time, maybe like 2 more minutes. What's like your prior experience? When did you get started? And like how long you've been working on these projects for?
So the ZZen converter, I've made it in 8 hours 2 weeks ago, because I was angry because I couldn't find a tool to convert all my images, and it was made in Saturday night until Sunday morning. The ZZen AI review, I've started working on it in the spring, but I've left it on the side until this fall. I think it's around 10 hours to 15 hours for the review extensions. And also this one, the Floteris, it's not open source. It's gonna be used for me to make some money to get 1 million. And yeah.
Well, let's go. I like the sound of making 1 million. Great work. Super impressed. I was when you said 8 hours, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so fast. So great work, man.
Thank you very much. Regarding the coding experience, when I was young, I had a lot of interactions with C#, C++, but for the last 12 years, I did not code nothing. And when AI revolution started, I've started coding in N8N, doing some automatic reporting system and so on. And from there, the snowball came and everything just started rolling on my way.
Great work, Alex. Thanks for sharing. Huge W's in the chat for Alex.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And you motivate me a lot. And hopefully I'm going to start streaming for the Romanian community so they will start vibe coding.
Let's go, man. Appreciate that. All right. Big shout out to Alex. That's super impressive. So, he just shared 3 projects, 2 of them open source, 1 proprietary. Great work on those. We do have Corey coming up next. So Corey is next. Corey, if you're in the audience, you can now request to speak, and I'll invite you up on the stage. But one thing before we move on to Corey is just like I'm just super, super impressed by what we're seeing. To be able to create a Chrome extension in 8 hours and be able to get it working because you need to be able to have that tool. Like, that's incredible. And there's an actual use case for that. He's basically dog fooding his own build. Same thing with the image converter. That's very impressive. So great work, Alex. And with that being said, Corey, if you can request to speak, unless you already did, let me check here. Yeah, Corey, I'm still waiting for you to request. So if you're ready to come up, now's the time. But yeah, I mean, if you guys, you guys watching too, okay, Corey's saying that he's trying to figure out how to request, but it's incredible the community that we have built, and that's why I talk about it so much, is that there is such a big difference between building an audience and building a community. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but we're building that. And for you guys to even get up here and with 145 people watching on YouTube and on these other platforms, to be able to get up and present the way that you have. Okay, Corey, I do see that you're up here, but to get up and present the way that you guys have is honestly, you guys are inspiring me, because it takes effort and it takes courage to be able to get up and present in front of hundreds of people. So shout out to you guys. And with that being said, Corey, welcome up to the stage. How's it going?
Going good. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
All right. So the big thing is that I just new to Discord in terms of how to share here, so you're gonna have to bear with me here, but
all good. Looks like you're yep, I got it. Yep.
So the question is, where is that screen? Because there it is right there. Can you see it now or no?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, M3 MLM-P3.
Okay, I think I'm only sharing a window here. 1 second here. I'm gonna hit stop streaming. I'm hoping that doesn't screw something up.
All good.
Back here, and because I gotta share the monitor, not the screen, and I just want to make sure I got the proper entire screen. Screen one. There he goes.
All right, got it.
All right, so you guys can see it, eh?
Yep.
All right, so here he goes. So I created like a karaoke app. I like to play guitar. I don't know how many people in the chat might play an instrument or likes to sing and do karaoke. And so I ended up creating this app because I got an idea in my head that, there's probably a way that we can probably isolate either the instruments in the song or the vocals. And so basically I ended up doing some research and developed this app now that can isolate your vocals and not only your vocals, but I developed a music player that can mute out the drums or the guitar or the bass or the piano of a song. And so basically what happens and how it works, I'm gonna SaaS this app out soon, is you just upload an MP3 file of any song that you like, and you can process it. And then once the processing is done, you can download the file, and then you can play it in this special player that I created. And so these are two songs that I processed already, because it takes about 2 minutes to process. I figured I might as well just process them in advance. And I'm going to try and see if I can get it loud enough here. It plays quieter for some reason, but I'll put my volume up here and see what happens.
And hold on, wait, before you play though, one thing to note is for my stream, if that's Rocket Man from I may need to mute just because that is copyright.
Seconds.
15 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe I'll do 15 seconds or less. And
okay.
That probably, I'm guessing that won't throw a strike. But I'm going to also mute out the vocals too. So, I mean, you might not even get a strike because of that too.
Okay.
If you're okay with that. You want to chance it?
I would say, okay, here's what we'll do. For those that are actually watching on Discord, okay, so I'll be able to hear it myself, so I can actually review it. But thanks for waiting, because what I will do is for the YouTube, I am going to mute the audio for at least for the demo for YouTube. But then I'll be able to hear it myself. Does that make sense? So.
Okay, sure.
All right. Yep, I'm ready now. So you're good. I can hear it. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, dude, this is incredible.
So I figured, you know what though, like a lot of people aren't gonna take their computer around with them when they're going to do karaoke, unless it's like the karaoke host. So I figured, you know what I would do is I'd try to see if I could do an app on a phone.
Oh, wow.
And so I did up an app as well, and it's just a basic music player, like your normal music. Volumes are all here. Your mute buttons are over here.
Wow.
I haven't got all the bugs worked out of the cell phone app yet. Still working on it there, and right now it's still a little buggy. And
I'm super impressed with this.
Trying to figure out stuff on, you know, if we can get that working there, that'd be nice.
Yeah. First of all, just for the people on the stream, because I did
brand new to Android Studio, to tell you the truth. So all of this stuff is brand new to me, and you know, it's just something I'm, you know, experimenting with, hoping to sass out. Dun, dun, dun.
All right, you guys can't hear it because he's playing copyright music, but it's really good.
To give away the players for free, and just the processing there is it's got to use AI to do it. So I use what do I use for my full stack here? I think I'm using Fast API on the back end and Next on the front for this website. So this is just doing the processing of the app, and you can see the player here, and I'm gonna put a player there. You can log in, and probably we'll start experimenting and testing, see what people think, and so on. So that's what I got to share.
This is really unique. Great job, Corey. This is really unique.
All right, so I'll stop sharing my screen here, I guess. But let's see here. Stop stream.
Yeah, great job. That takes a lot. I mean, I don't even know how you did that. I had to, you know, the YouTube stream probably missed out on a lot of that because the copyright music. But you know, with what you did, I'm just super impressed. How did you even pull that off with muting the different aspects? Like how, for example, would it be able to mute out a voice?
It's so basically the gist is that it divides up the song into different parts, and basically, like, it just, like, you could play the vocals only, but you're using AI. So basically you're using an AI model that's trained to extract only the vocals or extract the guitar only or the drums only. And so it plays a file of the drums and the vocals together side by side. My goal is to kind of unify them all into one file, which I kind of did already, but it's super hard to do on a cell phone because there's a lot more processing power that's needed when you're playing multiple files. And then when you want to combine them all into one file, which is what I want to do, there's nothing out there that does that yet. So I'm trying to engineer a new app that can play one file, like that can isolate the vocals. I think that would be the next evolution of an MP3 in a way. But the downside is right now is that the files, like in order to play a song like this, you need 80 megabytes to create one song. So it's not a small process or whatever there. It requires space. Unlike an MP3 file is usually like 3 to 10 megabytes usually. This is like, 60 to 80 megabytes right now. And if I wanted to add more instruments, which I'll do over the next year, I'll be doing that too as well there. But right now this is what I have so far: vocals, drums, bass, guitar, piano, and some other unique music that it gets out of the other one.
Great work. Super unique, and I've never seen anything like that. So chat, I don't know if you can see it, but chat was going crazy while you were demoing. That was so cool. Great work presenting and great work on the application, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, and we got I'm up in Cambridge, Ontario, Canada today. Actually, I'm gonna have to leave this chat. I feel terrible, but we have Cursor in Waterloo, Ontario, which is, I'm in the Silicon Valley of Canada. If you don't know, Waterloo is where the BlackBerry cell phone was invented.
Yep.
And we have Google and some other big tech companies in Waterloo as well. It's one of the fastest growing cities in Canada. And so anyways, Cursor's up here today at 3 o'clock. And I'm 12 minutes away from when it starts. And I was hoping to go visit those guys. So I might have to leave the chat now. But what do you call it there? Love your channel there, and constantly watching. So definitely would love to keep in touch.
Yeah, appreciate it, Corey. Thank you so much. Yeah, I will.
Great.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Okay, guys,
I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot for the demo. Time.
Yeah. Yep. Have a good one.
All right. Take care. Okay, bye.
Wow. Super unique project there from Corey. He said he's about to go meet the Cursor team, which is awesome. So, Corey, have a great time. Don't feel bad about leaving the chat. Great job presenting. The YouTube chat missed a little bit there with the copyright songs being played, but he had you guys saw some of it, but the sounds when he, like, for example, was playing Rocket Man, and he was just able to say, like, mute the voice, and it muted the voice from Rocket Man, right? So great job, super impressive, super unique. And with that being said, Karangu is next. So Karangu, I'm going to invite you up to speak. Just sent you the invite. Come on up. How's it going?
Nice, man. Do you remember me? Like, I'm the first one shared my project on first project sharing live.
Yeah, I do remember that. I forget what project you're working on, so you'll have to give us a refresh. But yeah, man, welcome back. Oh yeah. I remember this.
I'm working on AI image editing. So nothing is done. I have applied and I have done some changes like blocks, adding blocks, and a weaving profile. Like I have done neat, and like I would like to show my 3 projects, so I'm going very fast. So yeah. And when you go to admin panel, it will be like here and block. So on first day I have shared this, and I got 2 customers on this. I earned 4.8 revenue from this AI image generation. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I have earned like 4.8 with the help of Akshay bro. I have earned 4.8 with the using of AI. I have done like AI image processing. Like another one I like to share is clip editor. So here we go with. It takes some time to compile. In between that, I have done another one project for FireM, which will be used in GTA 5. So I have done this UI like Akshay bro alone help me to do this.
Wow, that UI is amazing. What the heck? That's sick.
It will it is the script where you can play in 5M inside the GTA. It will be like UI, and I have designed for user experience for more realistic when players only can put the script inside the game and they can check. But here we done like for user interface. I have done like the same thing here. Instead of checking inside the game, they can check here also how it works, how the UI works. Like a few minutes back, I bought a domain and I hosted it. It have came. So I'm working on this.
And it needs to grow, and we need to build a super team. So I'm making this video to share with you all that I have officially invested an additional $25,000 into BridgeMind, and I am ready to start scaling the company, which means that I am ready. The clip time is perfect. What I am going to be calling.
Like I'm working on the subtitle as it was clumsy. So I'm working and it automatically generates for the 3 platform, Instagram, YouTube, the title and the descriptions too.
Nice.
Actually,
just asked what stack is being used.
I have used Next.js, YTDLP for YouTube downloader, FFmpeg for video processing, and for face detection, OpenCV and media pipe. So for high quality Lanso 4 upscaling, I have used in this.
Yeah, great work. That's awesome. You said you had one more project, or so is the clipping agent, the GTA, and then the image generator?
Yeah, that's all. 3 projects.
Yeah, like great work.
I have spent 48 hours without sleeping, like clip editor alone.
Oh, wow.
From 2 days, I was sitting without sleeping. If any doubt, I'll be DMing only Akshay, bro.
Okay.
He is more intelligent than AI.
Yeah, Akshay is more intelligent than the AI. Yeah, he's awesome.
Okay, thank you, bro.
Yeah.
If there is any doubt, you can.
Yeah, great work.
So thank you.
All right, thank you, Karangu. Great work. So he actually, yeah, like he said, he was one of the first people to actually come up on stream and share his project in our initial project sharing event. Maybe maybe a month ago now? So big shout out to Karangu with the projects that he's working on. Looks like he has a really nice AI clipping agent. And what's cool about that AI clipping agent is I could tell it clipped like the exact, like I obviously was the one that made that video, right? So I could tell that they clipped like the perfect moment in that video because that was like the highlight of the video. So whatever you're using there for the transcript processing and clip generation is like perfect. That was spot on. So great work. And with that being said, we're going to finish off this project sharing event with Tony. So Tony, I'm going to now invite you up to speak. I just sent you the invite. Come on up. Tony, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Beautiful. First time, long time. Love your stream. Love that everybody here has been so supportive of all the demos. That's been amazing to see. I am going to share my screen right now. And let me know if you guys see it.
Yep, we can see it.
Beautiful. All right. So this is my project. It's called Unit Site. What it does is it specifically targets the self-storage niche. So this is for people that own self-storage units or are looking to develop self-storage units. So this is currently, this is the landing page that kind of outlines what the product does. And when you sign up and become a member, for example, you get thrown into this kind of location interface. And what this does is that I have a series of, I kind of specialize in web scraping. So what this does is this scrapes essentially all of the major self-storage unit providers for things like pricing, kind of all the stuff that you would want for, business intelligence for, if you own multiple units. So for example, if you're looking for all of the facilities that have, certain units, you can get kind of averages. And also, if you click into, let's say, a specific unit, you can get the attributes, the pricing, and for some of the providers, they actually, in their API, list how many available units there are. So what I've done is I've used that to kind of give a lot of providers some very unique information, like actually what is the actual occupancy rate of this area that you're looking at. And what you can do on top of this is one of the biggest concerns that I'm trying to first directly address, and I think the MVP is kind of this surrounding area, is that if you own a self-storage unit, one of the biggest concerns is that your pricing stays competitive. So what you can do is you can do something like this, where you can actually draw a region on the map, and you can basically take the selection, you can save it, let's say Vancouver. You can save this selection of units that you have along this radius, and you're actually able to generate reports. So let me just delete this existing one. So you can create your first report. Test. You can manually do this. You can get this done on like a scheduled format based on how you want it. You can just manually generate it, or you can get it emailed to you using resend. And you can take the existing saved search, which we just did, and then you can create this report. Well, which for some reason is not working. But you can also do it based on a geographical area. So let's go back here. And you can be like, all right, I want to generate a report for this area. Test 2. And for some reason, my screen is sort of freezing. But anyway, the report generation is kind of like the core MVP feature. Strange that it's not working right now, but
it's the demo gremlins. You need to look into the demo gremlins. That's why.
I know, they're the worst. They're the worst.
It's all good. This is really cool. This right here, this map, just to kind of like stop you for a second. This map, this is awesome. Where you're able to highlight a certain region. Great work. I mean, this is so valuable. So I know nothing about this space, but for somebody that is interested in this space and needs reports for this is like super, super impressive. So great work. Like, just keep going. You're doing a great job.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I actually just realized, I remember why this report's not working. I'm actually hitting my API limit in terms of my map reverse geo-indexer. So okay. That's the reason why the reports were failing. But the most recent thing that I added that I think is actually incredibly valuable, and ironically, I found out this actually might be a product in itself, is that essentially every single municipality in both Canada and the United States is kind of like their self-contained body when it comes to zoning. It's not like, hey, give me the zoning for all of California, or give me all of the zoning for British Columbia. They're all subsected into municipalities. So what I've done is I've sort of built like the semi-intelligent, consolidator of zoning units. So you can see this is actually the combination of about 6 different municipal zoning files. And let's say you're a developer that's looking for the ability to essentially, hey, I want to find an area that, has a high vacancy, but the question is, am I actually even able to build on this? So this overlay allows you to actually see what is the actual zoning of an actual region. So for example, if you're in a residential area, you're not going to be able to build a self-storage unit there. And also what this kind of overlay is going to be probably the next thing I want to add is also demographic data. So imagine just instead of zoning, it'll be the zip code. You'll be able to get kind of like income information, et cetera, et cetera. So that's unit site for you in a nutshell. Super impressive. Yeah, that zoning there, somebody else said it in chat too, but they said that looks super complex. Also, somebody said in chat, he said, fantastic work, Tony. I have a client that is a big self-storage company in Norway that we do marketing for, and they've been looking for something that can monitor pricing and to hit him up. I don't know. I'm on stream mode, so I can't read out his name, but super impressive. That's awesome. Yeah, totally. I see it in the chat. This is mostly for Canada and the US, but I'll shoot a message just because I've been sort of similar to you, trying to get into the actual validation stage. The reason why this product even came along in the first place is my brother-in-law is in this space, but Obviously, I would love to have more than one client for this. And some of the questions that I think most people have asked is basically, this is a Python fast API background. This uses Next, which is the Vue.js version of Next. And most of my coding I use with Claude Code primarily. And the link is unitsite.com. Currently, there is no billing set up yet, so it's basically 3-day free trials for anyone that signs up. But yeah, essentially, this is what I'm working on right now.
Somebody just asked, what did you use for the map?
Oh, so I use a service called Location IQ. They have a very generous free tier, probably more than most people will ever need. I just had a bug in terms of basically when I run aggregations, it's only supposed to update things that don't have latitude and longitude to map on the screen. But unfortunately, it reran it for everything. So hit the limit, but it'll reset tomorrow. So tomorrow, the search functionality and all the other stuff will work as normal.
Awesome. Well, hey, great work. This is super impressive. And somebody over on YouTube chat, just like 2 comments I'll read. Somebody said, this guy is a real entrepreneur. And somebody else said that he's creating something specialized that he knows a lot about. So great work, man. Great job.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you to the audience. And yeah, love the stream. So thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming up and presenting. All right. So guys, that was our last person that's going to be going today. Tony, that's awesome. Like, somebody said on YouTube chat, super specialized, and just keep it up. That's super impressive. So that was the last demo that we're going to have for today. We're going to continue to do this every week. And like I said, now we're going to start to not only do them in Discord, but also do them while I'm on stream, because I think that kind of adds a little bit of the effect to it. Obviously, this whole time, like, we were up to 160 watchers. So literally, Tony, you had 160 people watching you give that presentation. Same thing with Corey. So good job, everyone. I'm super impressed with your presentation styles and just your ability to present what you're working on and what you guys have been able to do and build. And just to wrap it all up for the project sharing event, I'm going to continue streaming. I'm going to continue working today. But thank you to all of you guys for being engaged and active members of this community, because hey, that's what we're building. And this is just one thing that we can do to support one another and to learn from one another. So I've learned a lot today. And to kind of wrap up, I just appreciate all you guys. I don't know what I would do without you. This community is really growing, and I appreciate everyone for coming up and presenting today. With that being said, if you guys want to present next week, you can hit up one of our moderators, J35. I think handled the scheduling today, so shout out again to him. Really appreciate it. And with that being said, I'm going to end the project sharing event, but have a great rest of your day, everyone, and I'm going to end it. All right, so project sharing event. Really, really cool. I'm going to bring the desk down here. Really awesome to just see everybody from the BridgeMind community and the projects that they're working on. That's just something that we do to be able to be a community, right? Because there is a big difference between an audience and a community. And I'll keep saying it because I just think I'll keep driving home that point because it is important, right? Yeah. Great work, guys. So with that being said, let's get the music back on. Let's get back to work. Let's get back grinding because we're not done yet, guys. We're just getting started for the day. I'm going to use the restroom real quick, and I'm going to grab some water, and then we're going to get back to grinding on ViewCreator. Let's go. All right, guys, I'm back. All right, so we were working on the captions before we had our project sharing event. And I want to get back to that. Let's see here. So if I upload this here. There we go. That's actually a lot better. What AI model is being utilized to actually generate the metadata? That's why they're so bad. Look at this, using GPT 4.0. I want you to use Gemini 3 Pro. So if you guys didn't know, like, Gemini 3 Pro is the best at writing, right? So for text, you should really be using Gemini 3 Pro. So let's go to Open Router. Jesse, I'm not sure how long we're gonna be streaming, but I mean, I'm gonna be working for a while, so just depending on, and what are we, like about 3 hours in, right? All right, so we're gonna grab this. Use this to properly use for Open Router. Open Router. Also, guys, you know, with the project sharing event, that's something that we do because the BridgeMind is a community, right? And I think for us to be able to do the project sharing events, it gives people an opportunity to share what they're working on and to get feedback or to just share and present. And it's a good opportunity for everyone, right? So, you know, I'm just happy that, I mean, I'm just super impressed. First of all, what do we have? We had 6 people present. Super impressed by everybody's work. You know, it really goes to show the people that are in this community and the power of vibe coding, to be honest with you. Super cool. So if you guys have been watching and have been enjoying the stream and have not yet liked or subscribed, make sure you do so. Join the community. There is a link to the Discord in the chat as well as in the description down below. But there we go. We just changed that. So I would expect that the captions here are going to get a lot better. But like, look at this. This is actually super cool. So based off of the video, it was able to create an X caption. So Opus 4.5 is here with a massive pricing overhaul, input tokens, output tokens. But one thing to note is that I don't think that we can post videos through X. All right, I think that, hold on. Let's say that they click create with AI for a second time in the front end. I need to make sure that it overwrites what was previously in those containers. I don't think it actually did overwriting, which is fine. We'll just refresh and try again, but okay. All right, so let's try that again. So we upload a video here, create with AI, and now this is going to use Gemini 3 Pro. Quote said it was an amazing event, great projects. Thanks, Quote. Whoa, what happened here? Oh, we just reload the page, right? All right. Okay, that is a lot better. Wow. Okay, do you guys see the improvement from... I mean, you guys can rewind the stream and look at what was, you know, written before. But from switching from... Here, I'll move it over here. We switched from GPT 4.0, obviously an outdated model, and, you know, you changed it to Gemini 3 Pro, and things got a lot better. So it now talks a lot more like English, like normal English. And that's like one thing when you are doing these text streams, it's important that you do use the best models, and Gemini 3 Pro is the best text model. Look at LM Arena. And a lot of people say that the leaderboards don't matter. I mean, where even is... If we do the view all, that's very interesting to me. I just want to see... I mean, GPT-4... I mean, look how far down 01 is on this. 01 preview. I mean, there's just so many models now. But let's just look up GPT 4.0. 4.0, it's literally outdated. I mean, it's literally deprecated, so they don't even have it anymore, do they? 4.0. 4.0. Okay, so the latest version of 4.0 was in 2024 8.6. Or I guess latest. Okay, wait. Okay, 2025, what did March 26th? So think about how crazy this is. Do you guys see the, do you guys see this? That's incredible. So 1438. So it's right here. But I can tell a big difference. I can tell a big difference. Alright, the question is, can we now publish this? And the issue is I don't think we're going to be able to publish to... oh, whoa. 404. Yeah. Your X API tier does not support... So the media publish doesn't work. What is causing this? What the heck? Yeah, ViewCreator has over 1,000 users in open beta, and this upcoming week we're shipping to soft launch. So, but yeah, you can go to viewcreator.ai and see what we have up until now. I really liked what we did with this component here. This one. This is so cool. Alright, Pod. Good night. See ya. So sick. don't like how this gets in the way. Let's screenshot that. This. Alright, which one was that? Just open up the agents here. Do you see this bar that's displaying on the... What step was that? Smart crop? Was it smart crop? No, it was viral detection. Viral detection step. I would like to review that. Unknown. I've already done mobile app development. I shipped an app called Goalpost, which is now deprecated just to save money on server costs. But it was, I mean, it was pretty cool. Ah, got it. I was calling the wrong endpoint. Alright, so here it is. So now you can see that these actually, so we did send that out, right? So let's actually check X. The issue with X is that with our tier, we're not able to do media uploads. So if I go to BridgeMind, which I did see BridgeMind over here, so let's go to BridgeMind. So you can see that here, keep pricing highlights. Interesting. I'm not very happy about that one. Let's literally remove that. Oh, I'm not logged in. Oh, alright. I'll delete them on my phone. But what about Instagram and YouTube? Did it post on YouTube? Let's see. Let's check it out. Also, if you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We're up to 9,492 subscribers. We're about to hit 10K. It's huge. Huge milestone for us. All right, so shorts. So we did publish this, and yeah, this is it right here. November 30th, published. I mean, this is just working flawlessly. That's insane. Look at, oh my gosh. So if you guys have been paying attention to what we were doing, we did a clip, right? Using ViewCreator, and we created this clip and we posted it. We literally created, scheduled, and posted it from ViewCreator, and we posted it to Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and X. Now with X, we're unable to post media. Why are we unable to post media on X? And that's incredible, so it's going off without a hitch. I think it's possible that we'll make a mobile app one day. Oh, interesting. So your developer app needs to have read and write positions enabled in the X developer portal. Okay. Oh, interesting. I mean, this isn't like a huge issue. It also works in AWS. Seasonal mood, yeah. Yeah, that works in AWS as well. So it's more so like I'm annoyed by the X breaking. But, I mean, to be able to go end-to-end like that, let's do a quick review. I just want to use a Claude agent real quick. I'm going to do an in-depth review. Do an in-depth review of the job posting and scheduling system. Tell me exactly what database entities are being used. I want to gain an understanding of how this works. Also, guys, if you guys are watching and haven't already liked the stream, make sure you do so. I see we have 121 watchers, only 115 likes, so let's go, guys. Oh, whoa. I just saw something, though. I did not like. First 8 minutes, first 9 minutes. Interesting. Oh, whoa. I just noticed something, an issue. Let's go to Facebook. Oh, oops. Facebook. What the heck? What is going on Facebook these days? Alright, so here's that post on Facebook. So AI was able to create all this. Dog named Chip just made a good point. But that would be like decently complex to do. Yeah, Elon shouldn't have fired 90% of the X engineers. That X2 API like is not good. All right, one thing that I did notice though just now is that we had a double post. Look at this. This posted twice. You guys see this? So that's interesting. Is there any reason why my YouTube would upload a post twice? Evaluate the code and try to identify a bug where for some reason on YouTube it would post twice. Alright, so what's going on here? Alright, let's do this. And then the screenshots from my X developer account. So I'm gonna look up X developer. And I'm just gonna log into my account real quick, go to my portal. Oh, development app? Hold up. Is there any reason why I am unable to post videos to X using ViewCreator, and what I could potentially be doing wrong here? Would you output the logs that were shown that I gave you initially, where it gave me what logs associated with X did you see? Output them to give to another AI agent. All right, we had a raise condition. Okay. Great. Chad, I'll see you. Good luck with the leg day. For example, here are some of the logs that I had. Guys, we are 5 subscribers away from 9,500. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We're only 5 away. I think we can get there. All right, nice. Doing a web search. XLI said that he just got back from church, ready to grind Sunday. Let's go. I am not on the free tier. All right, under user authentication settings, auth2 is enabled with read and write permissions. Media write scope is requested. All right, that should be a... All right, let's check. Edit. Yeah, read and write is requested. Review this. It looks like it is already enabled. Isn't there a like pay-as-you-go one as well? Also note that I'm paying for the $200 a month plan. All right, so here's what they have. I don't think this is sensitive, so I can show you guys this. So bookmarks, lists, direct messages, spaces. I don't need to worry about any of this. Users. So pro. Is it gonna be able to process all this? This is a copied and pasted view of the features on each plan. What am I missing? Yeah, I think pay as you go is much better. Oh, that's a good point. Do you have Grok available? He might do better with dev X questions. I don't think so. Like, I mean, they're all trained on the same information, right? Joint Pass asked about how would auth be related to double upload. He just wanted me to go into it to see if I had read and write upload. Also, guys, big shout out to you all. 9,500. I don't know if you guys can see that. I feel like my brightness is too high. 9,500. I mean, we literally just hit 9,000 yesterday. So I think this is going to be a big week. Usually Sundays are a little bit slow, but I mean, this is just the community's taking off, and it's because that's what it is. It's a community. So thank you guys for all the support. It's incredible. It's incredible. Vibe Code James said W joined today, loving this so far. Yeah, welcome. Welcome to the community. Let's go. Sorry. English failed on me for a second there. How long have we been live? This week's going to be a big week. A big week. You guys, we're going to be grinding insanely hard this week. And the week after that. And the week after that. So, let's go, Ben Robo. Alright, Joshua Mirez said, I'm having Google Pro $20 and anti-gravity has been working good all day using Gemini 3 Pro High. Truly enjoy it for $20 a month. Opus 4.5 is great, but $200 a month bill is too high. Yeah, that makes sense. I think you get what? You get discounted Gemini 3 Pro with the Google anti-gravity plan. Is that how it works? How do I use multiple agents with Claude AI? You can launch multiple terminals. But guys, I'm gonna end the stream for today. I think that we need to get ready for this week. I'm gonna figure this out on my end. But in terms of features that need to be built right now, you know, we're so far along in the development process that we need to do marketing. We need to focus on marketing. So tomorrow, I'm gonna be back for day 90 of Vibe coding an app until I make $1 million. And I'm going to do that stream like I normally would. But then right after that stream, we're going to be going super, super hard on marketing. We're going to be doing it's going to be day 3 marketing ViewCreator using ViewCreator until I reach 500 paying users. So with that being said, thanks guys for tuning in today. And I will see all of you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. And great job on the project presentation.